Hi, welcome back guys. This is your friend, the What If guy, back with another fanfiction. This is the first part of What If Issei was Demon Council's enforcer. Now before starting, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Now let's get into the fanfic. We see a 6-year-old boy being mistreated by Rias Gremory, Sona Sitri, and her family. Abel, you deserve this, you useless brat. Just look at you, even the Red Emperor didn't want you as a host. Andrea, yeah brother, why can't you be like us? Father Hyoudou, why can't you be like your siblings? They are pawns of Rias Gremory, part of a very powerful clan. Mother Hyoudou, why don't you just disappear? You'd be doing us a favor. After enduring a severe beating, Issei steps out of his room. Issei, why does this only happen to me? Crying. Rias, how do we get rid of this trash? Abel, what if we just eliminate him? Andrea, no, because he might escape and run away quickly. Sona, what if we throw him into that portal? Rias, that's true. Abel, what portal? Sona, a portal that opens every 7 years, but time works differently there. A year here feels like 100 or even 1,000 years, and sometimes it can last up to 1,000,000 years. The gravity there is 900 times stronger. Rias, that portal has a name, Sona. It's called Purgatory. Sona, that's right. Rias, in Purgatory, there are massive beasts like titans and dragons. Father Hyoudou, let's throw him in today, what do you say? Rias, but there are still about 3 years left. Sona, we can speed up the portal to Purgatory with magic. Rias, that's true. They grabbed Issei and restrained him. After 3 hours of torment, Issei was nearly at the brink of death. Rias, how's it going, useless? Enjoy your last moments of life. Sona, if he doesn't die of old age, he'll starve or be eaten alive by the beasts. Abel, goodbye, little brother. They threw him into the portal. Issei, I'm tired of waiting for my parents and siblings to love me. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired of everything. He couldn't stand up due to the gravity and his injuries. 3 years passed in the portal. He trained relentlessly, enduring pain and hardship, defeating over 200 titans, 500 beasts, and 100 dragons. Issei, I'm dead tired. Well, time to train to get stronger. Issei is now 9 years old. Over those years, he trained hard, able to create clones of himself and even transform into a demon. He discovered his sacred gears, the Dark Dragon Zero and others, including a sacred gear related to Durandal and another dragon connected to Albion. Issei, how can I train today? Vuzirian, well Issei, do 10,000 push-ups and sit-ups. Rieger, and then activate the sacred gears and train in that state for 10 days. Ciro, also, use the combinations of the sacred gears. Issei, alright 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After training, Issei wondered, when will the portal open so I can leave? It's been 20 years in this dimension, but I haven't aged. In that dimension, 500 years can pass, but it will feel like time in his dimension. Only 3 years passed in Issei's dimension. When Issei goes to get some water and food in a forest, a titan appears. Issei, not again. Titan, calm down kid. I'm a peaceful titan. I've been watching you for a while, and I have to say, you're very strong. I have a proposal, how about I train you to become a titan? Issei, how can I trust you? Titan, because I haven't attacked you. Issei, but how do I know it's not a trap? Titan, well, that's a good point, but I promise it's not a trap. Issei, first, tell me your name. Titan, my name is Kronos. Issei, the Titan that Zeus and his brothers sent to Tartarus? But how are you here? Surprised. Kronos, well, Tartarus is connected to Purgatory. Or rather, Tartarus is Purgatory. It has a strong connection to Purgatory and is in a different place with other monsters and titans. Issei, okay, I trust you a little based on that information. And how are you going to make me a titan? Kronos, are you sure? Because there's no turning back. Issei, You're the one who says you'll train me, then asks if I'm sure about becoming a Titan. How does that work? Kronos, take it as a yes. 5 years passed, and we see a 14-year-old Issei with almost broken armor. Issei, well, I've caused you a lot of damage, father. I'm better than before. Rieger, help me out, give me a bit more energy and split half of my father's power. Rieger, do you think it's easy to split power and amplify it? Issei, of course it is. Rieger, you owe me one. Issei, whatever, just do it quickly. Kronos, you've improved a lot. 25 days of fighting at a high pace. That armor, and you've done me great damage. Issei, you had to increase the gravity, and I haven't eaten in 20 days. Kronos, if you say that, it sounds cruel. Issei, what you've done is cruel. Kronos, well, let's finish this fight quickly. Issei, I couldn't agree more. Both shouted and clashed their fists, causing a massive explosion. Issei fell unconscious, and Kronos caught him. Kronos, you've improved a lot, but now you must go. A phoenix will take you, cursed eyes of the future. Kronos left saying, I hope you become strong, my dear son Issei. After 5 months, Issei woke up but didn't see his father. Issei, where did you go, old man? He walked for a while and couldn't find his father. A girl saw him and decided to follow him. Issei, hello, where are you from? Seriously, girl, how did you notice? Issei, I've felt your presence for a while. Girl, how long have you been here? Changing the subject. Issei, well, about 8 years. I'm trapped here, but in this dimension, it's been around 300 years. The girl was shocked to hear that he had been here for 8 normal years, but in this dimension, it had been about 300 years. Girl, since what year have you been here? Issei, since I was 6. The girl was even more surprised to learn that he had been trapped since such a young age in a place worse than hell. Chapter 1. The Phoenix Awakens. That's a lie. A person can't be trapped since they were 6 years old, the girl said, her eyes narrowing at Issei. My parents and siblings agreed to send me to this place, Issei replied, frustration evident in his voice. Did your parents really agree? She challenged. Are you deaf or what? He shot back. Come on, it's impossible for your parents to agree to send you to this place. My parents don't care if I'm okay or not. It was worse when Rias and Sona showed up. You know the heirs of the Grumbling and Sitri families? She asked, her interest piqued. Yeah, that's why I'm stuck in this place. What if you had my entourage to prove those heirs wrong? She proposed. How can I trust you when I don't even know your name? Issei replied skeptically. Sorry, my name is Angelica Phoenix, she said, a hint of pride in her voice. A phoenix. I appreciate that, clan. I'll join your entourage, but if you betray me, I'll hold you accountable, he warned. All right, Angelica agreed, and together they left Purgatory. After their escape, they headed to the Phoenix house to prepare Issei for his new role. How did your parents send you to that place? No one can survive in Purgatory except the Phoenixes, Angelica asked, curiosity etched on her face. Well, I hate to be honest, but at first I couldn't even get up, Issei admitted. Yeah, I know. The gravity increases every day. It's really hard to survive in there, she replied. Quick question, is the Phoenix house a peaceful place? Issei inquired. Yes, it is, but my brother can be a bit annoying, Angelica said with a sigh. And what's his name? Issei asked. Razor Phoenix. Well, as long as he doesn't bother me, it's all good, Issei said, relieved. We're here, let's go inside, Angelica said as they approached the entrance. Upon entering, the servants were surprised to see their lady with a boy, as she had never wanted a servant, let alone an entourage. They walked into a large room where Mr. and Mrs. Phoenix were engaged in conversation. Hello, daughter. How are you? And by the way, who is this boy? Mr. Phoenix greeted. I'm fine, father, and to answer your question, this boy is my knight, Angelica replied confidently. What? Both parents exclaimed in unison. Why are you shouting? Angelica asked, puzzled. Mrs. Phoenix, concerned, asked, You're not feverish, are you? No, mother, but why are you worried? Angelica responded. It's just that you've never had a servant, let alone a knight, Mr. Phoenix explained. I'm right here, Issei interjected, slightly annoyed. Well, father, I'm going to my room to get the knight's pieces, Angelica said. All right, daughter, Mr. Phoenix replied, still in shock. Once in her room, Angelica searched for the knight's pieces and found them. Okay, Issei, are you ready to become my knight? She asked. No, you told me you were going to make me one of your servants, and now you're asking if I'm ready, Issei pointed out. Sorry, she said, a bit embarrassed. After a while, they returned to her parents for help in preparing the knight's pieces for Issei. Why isn't it working? Mr. Phoenix asked, puzzled. I don't know, Mrs. Phoenix replied. I'm tired of this, Angelica said in frustration, throwing all the pawn, knight, bishop, and queen pieces at Issei. But why? She exclaimed. Don't yell, I'm right next to you, Issei replied, trying to calm her down. Wow, daughter, you already have an entourage of one, Mr. and Mrs. Phoenix remarked, impressed. Well, I think I'll take a break, Angelica said, feeling overwhelmed. 3 years passed, and Issei spent his time training and getting to know Razor Phoenix. Initially, they didn't get along well, but over time, they became like brothers. 599 push-ups, sit-ups, I can do it, Razor declared confidently. You've got a long way to go before you can surpass me, brother, Issei teased. Well, brother, I have to go see my fiancée, Razor said with annoyance. I have to keep up with my duties. Yeah, I'm going to talk to the counselors to cancel the wedding, brother, Issei joked. As time went on, events unfolded similarly to the original story. In the club, Rias confronted Razor. I've already told you I'm not marrying you, Razor, she insisted. Well, Rias, the counselors decided, just like our parents, Razor replied. Rias is my fiancée, and I won't let an arrogant guy like you come near her, Abel interjected. I will protect Rias-sama too, Adriana added. As tensions rose, Grafia appeared, commanding attention. Stop, everyone calm down. You, Rias, your brother said you can face him in a raiding game. Razor attempted to speak, but Issei interrupted. Mr. Razor, I ask you to behave, or I'll tell your sister. Fearfully, Razor replied, Okay. Where did you come from? Grafia asked, surprised by Issei's sudden presence. Sorry, let me introduce myself. I am a servant of the Phoenix family and a servant of Angelica Phoenix, Issei explained. Some girls in the room blushed at his introduction. You're Angelica Phoenix's servant? Rias asked, disbelief in her voice. Yes, Issei confirmed. That's a lie. Angelica never wanted an entourage, Rias retorted. What he says is true, Razor defended. Show some respect, Rias Grammary, Issei said firmly. What are you saying, idiot? You're talking to Rias, the younger sister of Surzek's Lucifer, the current Lucifer, Abel snapped. I couldn't care less if she's Lucifer's sister, Issei replied defiantly. Dimenu! Abel shouted. When Grafia tried to intervene, Issei landed a heavy blow on Abel. Wow, is that all the Red Emperor has? What a shame, Issei taunted. Shut up, you Bithudi! Abel yelled. Are you ready to die? Issei threatened, his sword at Abel's throat. If you kill him, you'll be an enemy of the demons, Grafia warned. Well, I don't care, Issei replied, unfazed. This left Grafia stunned, as he showed no fear of her authority. Stop, Issei! Angelica shouted, her voice echoing in the room. Everyone was shocked to see Issei in the Phoenix house. That's impossible, Issei died years ago, Rias exclaimed. That's because you thought I was going to die in that place, Issei responded coolly. Andrada activated her sacred gear and charged at Issei, but Grafia intervened, stopping Adriana's strike. Miss Riasama, I ask that you apologize to Mr. Issei. He hasn't attacked or insulted you, Grafia insisted. I apologize, Rias said through gritted teeth. Well, see you later, Issei said, turning away. Mr. Abel Adriana, you'll pay for this, they said with anger and annoyance. After 2 weeks of training, Rias declared, we don't need a month of training, 2 weeks is enough. Rias called Grafia, stating they were ready to fight. Are you sure, Rias-sama? Grafia asked, concerned. I'm more than sure, Rias affirmed. During the raiding game, Razor remarked, I thought it would take longer. I'll show you what I'm capable of, Rias declared confidently. As the battle unfolded, Rias had almost all her pieces, only missing Kaneko and Asia. Surrender, you won't win because of the support your queen gives you, Rias warned. I have a few tricks up my sleeve, Razor replied, smirking. Which piece are you going to exchange, your queen? Rias challenged. You'll see, Razor said, a glint of mischief in his eyes. The queen disappeared, and in her place stood Issei. What do you need me for? He asked, annoyance creeping into his tone. To support me, Razor replied. You can only face those useless ones by yourself, Issei said dismissively. Please, Razor pleaded. How pathetic is that all you have? Issei scoffed. Dimmen it. Rias exclaimed furiously, activating her balance breaker. Now you'll see what we're capable of, the wielder of the Red Dragon Emperor and the wielder of Tiamat, Rias declared. Phoenix Shield. Razor shouted, preparing for the onslaught. The attacks from Abel and Adriana were halted as the battle intensified. End of the chapter. A great knot formed in Abel's stomach. What's wrong, Abel? Rias asked, concern etched on her face. Brother, are you okay? Adriana added, her tone equally worried. Seriously, you're going to kill him, Razor joked, leaving everyone in shock. Kill him? What do you mean? Rias asked, fear creeping into her voice. Easy, he used a powerful technique that I created, Issei replied. What? Aquino inquired. Exchange is a technique that, if I'm left on the brink of death, allows me to swap my injuries with the person facing me, Issei explained. That means... Rias started. Yes, this battle was already won for me and my brother. I might even cut my throat, Issei continued. No, please. Rias exclaimed. Wrong word, Issei responded. I give up, Rias said, tears welling in her eyes. Correct word, Grafia confirmed. The winner is the Phoenix clan, she announced. Well, I'm out, Issei said. I'm sorry, Abel, for not being strong enough, Rias lamented. Don't you think you've gone too far? Angelica asked. In a war, do you think the enemy is forgiven? Issei retorted. Don't change the subject, Angelica said. I'm not changing the subject. Tell me, in a raiding game, do you think the enemy will forgive you? Issei insisted. No, Angelica replied. I didn't even seriously hurt them, Issei said. Later, just like in the original story, they found themselves at a wedding. Rias accepted Razor Phoenix as her husband. Stop the wedding! Abel shouted. Then the fight broke out between Issei and Razor, but this time it was Abel who intervened. Razor Phoenix emerged victorious. Rias, do you accept Razor as your future husband? He asked. Yes, I do, Rias replied. Razor, do you accept Rias as your future wife? He asked. Yes, I do, Razor said, but he couldn't finish his sentence because Issei appeared, covered in wounds. Stop the wedding! This wedding is cancelled, Issei announced. What? Everyone exclaimed. As you heard, this wedding is cancelled due to this document signed by the advisors of the underworld, Issei said. Let me see. Zurcher said. If what he says is true, that document was signed by us. Everyone in the room was astonished. That kid came to our office to sign that document, but first he gave us a serious beating. That kid has potential for fighting, one advisor remarked. He's already done a lot to me, Issei added. But I thought you all agreed to this engagement, Zurcher said. We did, but this kid made us see reason. We can't send a powerful clear one with a weak one, the advisors replied. Apparently he realized that the Gremory clan is the strongest, Rias said. We say that the Phoenix house is powerful. That kid fought all of us to cancel the wedding, the advisors added. I would never marry you. Rias shouted. I cancelled the wedding so my brother wouldn't have a very weak woman, Issei said. What do you mean weak? Rias asked. Well, we did our part, and you need to do yours, the advisors said. What deal did you make? Zurcher asked. She has to attend Core Academy, the advisors replied. But she's under our protection, Rias protested. Issei will have a territory because we've detected an increase in renegade demons, and you, Rias, are not responsible for your territory, they explained. Well, I'm not going to help either the Grumbling or the Sitri, okay? Issei said. Well, you also have to convince Angelica to join the academy, the advisors added. That will be difficult, but I'll manage. Well, brother, we're leaving, Issei said. This time, I'm buying the beers, Razor said. I hope that's true, Issei replied. The next day, the teacher announced that they had 2 new students. But let it be a girl, the boys said. I hope it's a boy, the girls replied. In walked the 2. Allow me to introduce myself, I'm Issei Phoenix, nice to meet you. I hope we get along well, Issei said. Allow me to introduce myself, I'm Angelica Phoenix, nice to meet you. I hope we get along well, Angelica said. The boys and girls cheered with joy at the sight of the handsome boy and the appealing girl. Quick question, do you have a boyfriend? A boy asked. Yes, my boyfriend is Issei, Angelica replied, looking at Issei with a smile. Issei was taken aback. Sorry girls, your chance to have my boyfriend is over, Angelica said. After 3 hours of classes, they took a break. Angelica and Issei walked out together. Why did you say I was your boyfriend, Angelica? Issei asked. Well, Issei, I said that so I wouldn't be bothered with dates and all that, Angelica replied. I get it, but why did you say the girl's chances were over? Issei inquired. Issei, it's just that. She couldn't finish because the Grumbling and Sitri clans appeared. Can we talk to you? Sona said, annoyance clear in her voice. First, don't get mad, we haven't done anything, and second, the Demon Council is fed up with your incompetence, Issei replied. What are you talking about? Rias asked. That the number of renegade demons is increasing and that protecting this territory hasn't decreased, Issei explained. But we've killed many renegade demons, Sona said. How many? Issei asked. Sona replied. Thought so, Issei said. Well, how are we going to reduce the numbers? Rias asked. I'll take care of it. Besides, I work alone. I don't need any hindrances, Issei responded. What did you say? That we're hindrances? And that girl doesn't even have a retinue, Saji said. I do have one, Angelica replied. But where is it? Issei asked. You're looking at it, Angelica said. Everyone was in shock. That's impossible. No one has a retinue of just one person, Sona said. Well, they're mutated pieces that I can turn into my servants, Angelica explained. Well, Issei, I have a question for you, Sona said. What question? Issei asked. How did you escape from that place? Sona inquired. Are you talking about Purgatory? Well, Angelica showed up and took me to her home. That's why I serve the Phoenix family, Issei replied. Well, enough questions. I'm leaving. Don't come near me or I'll kill you, Issei said. Sooner or later, you'll need our help, Rias said. No, Rias, he's very powerful, Sona replied. What do you mean? Rias asked. He faced the Demon Council alone, Sona stated. But anyone can do that, even my Abel, Rias said. The Demon Council is very powerful. Not even Zurcher and my sister can face them, Sona explained. Sooner or later, I'll have you in my pieces, Issei, Rias said. One question, Issei, Angelica said. Yes, Angelica? Where are we going to live? Angelica asked. I have an apartment I bought a while ago, Issei replied. Issei, why don't you ever smile? Angelica asked. Well, Angelica, I don't have feelings anymore. That left me years ago, Issei said. I promise, Issei, that I'll help you smile again, Angelica vowed. After classes, Issei confronted some demons. Pathetic demons, this is what you can do, Issei said. Damn it, why can't we hurt you like that? The demons shouted. I don't know, but die, Issei said, summoning a flash of light. All the demons saw a blinding white light, and that was the last thing they experienced before they fell dead. I hope you can rest in peace. With this, I've now killed 1,000 rogue demons, said Issei. The next day, the church's envoys arrived. Looks like I have visitors, thought Issei. After classes, everything continued as in the original story. We need permission to recover the Excaliburs, said Irina. Well, we need some things, another permission, replied Sona and Rias. What permission? You're the ones protecting this city, right? Asked Zenobia. Yes, but there's another person who also looks after the city, answered Sona. Who else is there? Asked Irina. You have my permission, said Angelica. So you're the other person who protects the city, said Zenobia. Yes, let me introduce myself. I'm Angelica Phoenix from the Phoenix clan, said Angelica. And your entourage? Asked Irina. Angelica, the other Excaliburs have appeared, said Issei. Where are they? Asked Irina and Zenobia, astonished. They're in an abandoned church, answered Issei. One question, how did you find the Excaliburs so quickly? Asked Irina. The Demon Council informed me that you were coming, so I searched for the Excaliburs quickly and found them, said Issei. Thank you, but you're related to, said Irina. Abel, how are you? Said Irina, changing the subject. Abel, how are you? But why are you with the demons? Asked Irina. I'm here to protect my fiancé, answered Abel. Where is Issei-kun? Because I've only seen you and Adriana, said Irina. Well, Irina, as I explained, said Issei. Can you keep it a secret from me? Asked Irina. It's you, Issei-kun, said Irina. That's right, Irina. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Issei Phoenix from the Phoenix clan, said Issei. Thought you were like the other demons, arrogant and not introducing yourselves, said Zenobia. I'm not like that. Well, Irina, it was a pleasure talking to you, but the Excaliburs are leaving soon, so don't waste time, or you'll have to search again, said Issei. Thank you, Issei-kun, replied Irina. As they were leaving, Zenobia remarked that she was an Asia. Yes, it's me, responded Asia. So you became a demon, you're a traitor, said Zenobia. But I haven't betrayed the church, defended Asia. You're a witch, said Zenobia. I'm not a witch, replied Asia. Do you still believe in God? Asked Zenobia. Yes, answered Asia. Then die and you will be forgiven, said Zenobia. Enough. I won't allow you to insult my pieces, intervened Rias. Well, let's go, Irina, said Zenobia. As they were leaving, Prince Kiba appeared and said he wanted a confrontation with them. After that, everything continued as in the original story, but instead of Issei appearing, Abel showed up. However, they lost. Kiba was dazed, and Abel could barely get up. Die like this, and you will be forgiven by God, said Zenobia. Just as she was about to deliver the final blow, a wall of fire appeared, blocking her path. Miss Zenobia, I kindly ask you not to do that because it will cause a war, said Issei. I'm sorry, I got carried away, replied Zenobia. It's fine, but you'll have to search for the Excaliburs because I think they've already left the area, said Issei. Later, 2 days passed, and Issei realized he was being watched by a fallen angel. While he was at a bar, he ordered a bottle of rum. A girl sat down next to him. Wait, please, a bottle of tequila, said the girl. Why are you watching me? Asked Issei. How did you notice? She replied. Your presence gives you away. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. I prefer the hard way, said the girl. They left the bar, and Issei headed to a hotel to inform him, unaware that the girl was following him. How did you find me? Asked Issei. I followed you here. Well, are you going to fight or what? Said Issei, forming a barrier. The girl approached Issei and suddenly kissed him. Looks like we're going to have some fun, she said. What are you talking about? Asked Issei, confused. While I was following you, I paid attention to you, and let me tell you, you're very attractive. I want to see your endurance. I'm fine in that department. I can run 300 kilometers without getting tired, answered Issei. I'm not talking about that kind of endurance, she said with a flirtatious tone. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emilia, a fallen angel. Well, but what are you talking about? Asked Issei. You'll soon let yourself go, said Emilia, kissing Issei again. Wait, what are you doing? Asked Issei, surprised. Looks like we have a very holy boy here, and I like that a lot, replied Emilia, kissing him with more passion. Issei let himself go, and the situation became intense. Emilia took him to a new level of emotions and sensations. What's happening to me? Asked Issei, confused. This is new, but you're letting yourself go, replied Emilia, as she took off her blouse. Come on, let's go have some fun, she said, while Issei felt increasingly drawn to her. The situation grew more intense, and they both surrendered to their emotions. After a while, Issei woke up the next morning to find Emilia beside him. Good morning, love, she said. What time is it? Asked Issei. It's 7:30. I'm going to be late for class, responded Issei, hurriedly getting dressed. But you haven't eaten, said Emilia. That doesn't matter. I'm sorry, darling, but I have to go, said Issei, rushing out of the hotel towards his school. Upon arriving, Angelica confronted him. Why are you late? She asked. I was on an important mission, answered Issei. Well, don't do that again, I was worried about you, said Angelica. Later, the story continued with Rias and her allies facing Kokabiel. Surrender, we outnumber you, said Rias. I hope you can put up a good fight, replied Kokabiel. Abel and Adriana joined the battle, but after an intense confrontation, Issei found himself caught up in the fight when a surprise attack threatened him. Emilia, shouted Issei upon seeing someone in need of help. Emilia screamed as she bled from the attack she received from Kokabiel. Issei, tears in his eyes, asked, Why did you do it? Emilia replied, I can't bear to see the person I love die. Kokabiel laughed and said, That's what happens when you fall in love with a demon. Wait, was she Purgatory? Don't tell me you were the father. Issei was trying to heal Emilia, her hair covering his face. Kokabiel continued, She was just a dog, but he couldn't finish his sentence because Issei punched him in the face. "Dien Kokabiel. I swear I'll kill you," Issei shouted, activating his balance breaker. Kokabiel, taken aback, said, "Impossible. You're the host of the Dragon Emperor of Darkness." Siro, Issei's ally, intervened. "Let me tell you, you've made my partner angry, and your death is inevitable." Kokabiel mocked, "Not even Sekirudai could do anything to me with the Tiamat bearer, and you think your partner can kill me?" Issei, filled with rage, replied, "I'll make you suffer like you can't imagine." Issei lunged at Kokabiel and delivered a powerful blow, sending him flying. The barrier that the Sitri group had created was failing to contain Issei's power. Kokabiel, feeling the pain from the hit, said, "It seems your partner is stronger than the others. Give me a good fight." Both ascended into the sky, generating a massive wave of energy. Kokabiel launched a spear of light, while Issei countered with a dragon shot. When their powers collided, the barrier nearly shattered. "You're really strong, kid," Kokabiel said, visibly exhausted. "Shut up, scum," Issei retorted, filled with fury. They were about to strike again when a new figure interrupted. Abel appeared and said, "You can leave now, Issei. I'm recovered, so let the professionals handle this." Kokabiel laughed, "Oh my god, that kid is arrogant. How do you put up with him?" Issei replied, "You have no idea what I've had to endure to avoid killing him." Kokabiel, defiantly, created another spear of light, and Abel, confident, challenged him to give it his best shot. When Kokabiel threw the spear, Abel smirked, but he didn't realize that the spear missed and caused a massive explosion, leaving him gravely injured. Rias urged Asia to quickly heal Abel. Issei, worried, said, "That way he won't be a hindrance." Both prepared for the next attack. Kokabiel and Issei shouted in unison, "This ends now." Kokabiel unleashed a blast of holy energy, but upon touching Issei, he realized his body was being torn apart. "What happened to me?" he asked, spitting blood. Issei, using a technique he had employed, told him, "I warned you, Kokabiel." Kokabiel, shocked, exclaimed, "Oh God, I'm dead." Everyone in the room was stunned by what he said, except for Issei, who already knew. "Well, until next time, Kokabiel," Issei concluded as Kokabiel burned in purgatorial flames. Valley appeared and asked, "Where's Kokabiel?" Issei, serious, replied, "I killed him." "Any problem?" Valley explained that his mission was to bring Kokabiel back, but now he had to take Issei in for questioning. Issei, defiantly, said, "If you do that, you could start a war." Albion, Valley's dragon, warned, "Valley, be careful. That kid is the host of the Dragon Emperor of Darkness." Issei, concerned, rushed to Emilia, who was complaining of a headache. "Emilia, are you okay?" Issei asked anxiously. She smiled upon seeing him, but a girl was watching them from a distance with a threatening aura. Angelica, smiling, asked, "Issei, why does she call you darling?" Issei, nervous, explained that Angelica was a friend who had helped him on a mission. However, Emilia, without thinking, revealed, "It's true, I'm the girl who helped Issei lose his virginity." Angelica was taken aback, while Issei turned pale. "That's a lie," he said nervously, fearing Angelica's reaction. Furious, she pulled out a weapon and shouted, "Die, you treacherous dog." Issei could barely dodge the bullets. "I can explain, Angelica-sama," he tried to say, but Angelica was furious. After Issei explained everything, her anger didn't subside. "So, you're telling me she was following you to a hotel to inform me, but then she kissed you and you did that, right?" Angelica asked. "That's right," Issei admitted. Angelica, still furious, pulled out a device. "Where do you get all this?" Issei asked, trying to calm her down. With tears in her eyes, Angelica asked Issei to attend the faction meeting since he had killed Kokabiel and they wanted to know how he did it. Issei, uninterested, said he wasn't going to the meeting, but Angelica, with a pleading look, convinced him to go. "Please, say," she said, and he, resigned, agreed. Angelica smiled, but before leaving she asked Issei if what Emilia said was true. "Yes, it's true," Issei replied, and Angelica, surprised, suddenly kissed him. "What are you doing?" Issei asked, confused. Angelica, blushing, confessed that she had feelings for him. Issei, stunned, didn't know how to respond, but inside he felt the same way. Angelica, excited, asked him to reciprocate her feelings. As they shared a kiss, Issei, unknowingly, touched her shoulder. She, surprised, told him it was okay. The situation grew intense, but they were interrupted by Emilia, who reminded them that the meeting was about to start. Issei and Angelica hurried out, leaving the tension behind. At the meeting, Azazel asked how they had defeated Kokabiel. Zurcher explained that it was Issei who had taken him down. Azazel, surprised, asked how he had managed that. Issei, confidently, replied that he had been in Purgatory and had learned to survive. The conversation grew tense when Issei accused Rias and Sona of nearly killing him and sending him to Purgatory. Seraphil, angry, defended her sister, but Issei stood firm in his truth. Azazel tried to calm everyone down, reminding them that they were there for a peace treaty. However, the tension continued to rise between Issei and Zurcher. Finally, after a long discussion, it was decided that there would be peace. Issei, relieved, felt satisfied with the outcome, but he knew that tensions between the factions still lingered. The story continued with Vala's betrayal and his confrontation with Abel, but Issei, tired, interrupted the fight, wishing to go to sleep. Abel, frustrated, asked him not to interrupt, but Issei reminded him that Valley was just playing around. The tension remained high, and Issei's story with his friends continued to unfold in a world full of challenges and emotions. Abel and Valley clashed with all their might, but Valley emerged victorious, leaving Abel incapacitated. "Brother!" Adriana exclaimed, her worry evident. "Is he really that weak?" "I hope your sister is stronger," Valley replied with a challenging smile. "You're going to pay for what you did to my brother," Adriana said, filled with fury. "Then come at me," Valley said, eager to test the strength of the Tiamat bearer. They both charged at each other, but Valley split his power, putting Adriana at a disadvantage. "Tiamat, you can't boost my power," Adriana said. "I'm sorry, but I don't have that ability," Tiamat responded. In that moment, Valley landed a powerful punch to her face, knocking her unconscious. "What a disappointment. I thought I'd get more of a fight," Valley commented. "Well, the fight's over. I'm leaving," Issei said. "Great, now I can finally rest," Emilia added. All right, let's go, Angelica chimed in. The three were relaxed, but suddenly, Valis shot an energy sphere at Emilia. What do you think you're doing? Issei asked, alarmed. I want to see how strong you are, Emperor of Darkness, Vali replied. Don't make me angry, I don't want to fight right now, Issei said, visibly annoyed. Are you scared? Vali taunted. Alvian, you better rein in your friend if you don't want me to take action, Issei warned, his anger rising. I'm sorry, but I can't, Alvian replied. Well then, balance breaker, Issei declared. Impossible, how do you have my brother? Regal asked. What's wrong, brother? Surprised. Albion said. Valley, back off right now if you don't want to face serious consequences, Albion warned. What are you talking about? Valley asked, confused. You're facing my younger brother, one of the most powerful dragons. He was sealed by God because he was too powerful, even surpassing me, Albion explained. Really? That makes me want to fight him even more, Valley said, excitement in his voice. Are you coming or what? Issei asked. Let's go, Valley replied. They both took combat stances and charged at each other with such force that they created a 4-meter-deep crater. Show me what you can do, Valley said. Dive, Alvian responded. That ability doesn't work on my brother, it only boosts his power, Valley said. Why didn't you tell me that? Issei asked, delivering a punch to Valley's stomach that shattered his armor. How is that possible? Valley asked, astonished. I told you, but I let it slide because I like you, Issei replied. Next time, I want a rematch, okay? Valley said, smiling. Sure, Issei responded. Issei tossed a bottle to Valley so he could drink something. After the battle, the leaders of the factions were astonished by Issei's display of power. They then left, and Issei departed with his companions, as he hadn't eaten anything due to the fight. I've woken up Emilia and Angelica, breakfast is ready. For once, wake up early, Issei said. 5 more minutes, darling, Emilia replied. Same here, Issei, 5 more minutes, Angelica added. If you don't wake up, I'll move to another apartment, Issei joked. We're awake, Issei-kun, Emilia and Angelica said in unison. Well, come down for breakfast, it's ready, Issei said. After eating, Issei remarked, there's an hour and a half until class starts. Why did you wake me up so early? Emilia asked. Same here, Sei, why did you do that? Angelica added. Because you take too long in the shower and eating, that's why, Issei replied, somewhat annoyed. That's not true, Angelica said. But why did you wake me up if I'm not going to class? Emilia asked. Because now you are going to class. The Demon Council owed me a favor, and I told them to pay up so you could attend, Issei explained. Why didn't you ask for something else? Emilia questioned. That's my revenge for what you did. Anyway, I'm going to take a shower, Issei said. I'll join you, Sei, Angelica offered. I'm not doing anything like that in the shower, so don't come with me, Issei replied. When they left the house, Issei said, well, we've arrived. Are we going to class, or do you want to do something else? We still have 30 minutes until we need to go in. How about we go buy something? Emilia suggested. How about we go eat something? Angelica proposed. Well, decide what we're doing first because I woke you up early, Issei said. How about we go shopping? For clothes? They both suggested. My wallet is going to be empty, Issei replied. After spending almost all of Issei's money, they went to the academy and left their purchases at home using a magic circle. Upon entering class, Issei commented, the teacher really gives boring lectures. Pay attention, Issei, the teacher is teaching, Emilia told him. Kiba entered the classroom and said, Professor, the principal wants to speak with Issei, Emilia, and Angelica. Could you let them go for a bit? Sure, the professor replied. After leaving class, Issei asked, what does she want to see us about? How do you know they want to talk to you? Kiba asked. Who else would want to talk to me if I haven't made any friends? Issei replied. You never miss a beat, do you? Kiba said. Upon entering the occult club, Issei asked, why did you call me? I want to tell you, Issei, that you have an opportunity to join the Gremory clan. It's a tempting offer, isn't it? Zurcher said. It's not an offer, it's just a trap, Issei replied. What are you saying? The Gremory clan is one of the most powerful clans in the underworld, Zurcher said. The Gremory clan is one of the clans that doesn't fulfill its duty. The rate of rogue demons has increased significantly, Issei countered. But that's also taken care of by the Sitri clan, Zurcher said. The Sitri clan, even though they've killed a small number of rogue demons, that's not enough, Issei responded. But Rias tried to say but was interrupted. Rias, you haven't killed a rogue demon in over 3 months, Issei said. You have a huge opportunity, Issei. Lucifer himself is giving you a great chance to join the Gremory clan, Zurcher insisted. Thanks for reminding me, Zurcher, but I need to have a meeting with the council members and the leaders of their clans, including Sitri, Issei said. What meeting? No one told me anything, Zurcher replied. Ask the council about that. I have the meeting after class, but if you want, you can come along, Issei offered. Issei, the council told you to keep it a secret, Angelica warned. I'm done with this. I'm going to set things straight in the meeting, Issei responded firmly. Issei, classes aren't over yet, Emilia reminded him. The council can excuse my absence. After class, we can meet with the Gremory and Sitri patriarchs and their daughters as well as Lucifer to see what's going on, Issei stated. Issei Phoenix, why are Sona Sitri and Rias Gremory here? And why is Lucifer present? A council member asked. I'm going to clarify things with the Sitri and Gremory clans, Issei replied. And why, Issei? Another council member inquired. They want to recruit me into the Gremory clan, Issei said. That's true, Sudikos, Zurcher confirmed. I'm not aware of that, counselor, Sudikos responded. It's Lucifer, a council member said. That's right, Zurcher, another council member added. But why do you want to do this, Zurcher? Issei is from the Phoenix clan. This could spark a conflict between the Gremory and Phoenix clans, a council member remarked. But the Gremory clan can help Issei control his power, which is why I insist that Issei join the Gremory clan, Zurcher insisted. That will never happen, Zurcher. The rate of renegade demons is increasing because of your sister, who isn't doing her job properly. We sent Issei to reduce the number of renegade demons, but there's something alarming, a council member said. What would that be? Venelana asked. The Triexis seal and Purgatory are on the verge of collapsing, Issei replied. That's impossible, Mr. Sitri said. It's not. When the rate of renegade demons increases, there are more deaths than usual. I've managed to stabilize the seal and the entrance to Purgatory, but I can't stabilize the rate of renegade demons. When Rias and Sona fail to do their jobs, renegade demons can escape the city and go to others, but the Chaos Brigade has recruited many renegade demons, Issei explained. That's impossible. My daughter Rias has always fulfilled that task, Sudikos said. It's true, Rias, I don't want you to lie because this is a serious matter, a council member said. Well, maybe I took a few breaks, Rias admitted. For how long? Issei asked. Well, maybe for about 3 years, Rias replied. 3 years? Seriously? Issei said, frustration evident in his voice. Demenit, the renegade demons have left the city or joined the Chaos Brigade, Issei said. Rias, I want an explanation now, Sudikos demanded. Dad, I was training Bella and Adriana so they could control their balance breaker, Rias explained. That's no excuse, Rias. How could you not fulfill your duty? Mr. Sitri said. I had many inconveniences, Sona responded. That's not the most dangerous part. The Triexis seal can break if Purgatory collapses. Besides, I have to eliminate 10,000 renegade demons. I've only managed to eliminate 2,000, and in 5 days, Purgatory will collapse, Issei said. Leave Sona alone. We did everything we could, Saji defended. Listen, Saji. If Purgatory collapses, all the beasts, dark dragons, and titans will emerge, Issei said, his anger rising. That's true, Saji. If Purgatory collapses, the Triexa will emerge. Moreover, because the world cannot merge with Purgatory, there will be more deaths than usual, and they could threaten your family, Biltra added. But Biltra, Issei is right. We can't do our jobs properly, Saji said. Issei is right, Sona. Like Rias, you never did your job well, Issei stated. What I'm asking, council members, is for you to grant me the Sitri and Grumbling territories, Issei said. We will never give you our territory, Sona and Rias said in unison. Please, Patriarchs Sitri and Grumbling, if we don't do something we'll have a lot of problems. Besides, the Triexa is no small matter, Issei insisted. If we give you the Grumbling territory, what will you do? Mr. Sitri asked. I'm asking the same, Issei. If I give you the Sitri territory, what will you do? Mr. Sitri added. I will eliminate all the renegade demons to reduce their numbers, Issei replied. But how do you know Purgatory will collapse? A council member asked. Beasts are emerging from Purgatory. Luckily, I've been able to eliminate them quickly before they escape, Issei explained. But how is that possible if the portal opens every 10 years? Venelana asked. The portal is opening quickly because Rias and Sona used magic to make it open faster, Issei replied. Why do you keep blaming my daughter for something she didn't do? Sudikos said, anger flaring. If you don't believe me, why not cast a real spell to see if they're lying? Issei challenged. Rias and Sona swallowed hard at Issei's words. Then let's do what Sudikos suggests to see if it's true or false, a council member proposed. I know it's a lie. I never raised my daughter to be a bad person, Sudikos said. You can talk later, but tell me, will you give me the territories, yes or no? Issei asked. For my part, I will give you the Grumbling territory, Issei, but it's up to my husband to agree, Venelana said. I say the same, Issei, Mr. Sitri added. I'm not going to give my territory to someone who insults my daughter, Sudikos said. For my part, I will give you my territory, Issei, since I see that my daughter didn't fulfill her duty well, Mr. Sitri said. It's just you left, Sudikos. If you give me your territory, I'll sort everything out, Issei said. I will never give you my territory, Issei. What you're saying is a lie, my daughter doesn't know. Magic to speed things up like Sona does, Sudikos replied. Fine, Sudikos, something is happening. It's your fault. I'm done reasoning with you. Purgatory is collapsing, and I won't take responsibility for what happens. But if you make me babysit your daughter, I won't protect your Grumbling clan, only Sitri, because it seems like the Sitri clan can be reasoned with, Issei said. What are you saying, you foolish low-class demon? Sudikos replied, furious. Sorry, I'll explain right now, Issei shot back. The two raised their auras until the council intervened. Issei, don't fight. And the same goes for you, Sudikos. Tomorrow we'll determine if the Grumbling and Sitri heirs are guilty of what Issei claims, said one of the council members. Can I leave, councillors? Issei asked. Yes, Issei, the council responded. Calm down, Issei. How about you channel that anger into something more enjoyable? Emilia suggested. I'm sorry, Emilia, but I don't hit women, Issei replied. You don't understand what Emilia means. You're more saintly than an angel, Angelica joked. Well, how about we grab something to eat? It's only 4:30 in the afternoon, Issei proposed. Fine, but you're paying, Emilia said. I second that, Issei, you're paying, Angelica added. You're both going to drain my wallet and still expect me to cover the food, Issei complained. Yes, because you're the one with a job, Emilia and Angelica said in unison. Issei sighed and pulled out his wallet so they could buy food. These fries and burgers are delicious, Issei remarked. Yeah, everything is tasty, Angelica replied. Even the drink is good, Emilia added. Well, I finished my food. I'm going outside to get something, Issei said. Okay, but don't spend all your money, Emilia warned. Will you be back soon, Issei? Angelica asked. As Issei walked, he stumbled upon an antique shop and went inside. He noticed various old items, but 3 books, 3 eggs, and 5 rings caught his attention. The books were about creation, but Purgatory would collapse in 5 days. You're mistaken, Issei. Purgatory has already collapsed. That's why I escaped to find you, Alicia said. DMN, I'm going to call the factions tomorrow to keep them on alert, Issei replied. Alicia approached Issei and kissed him passionately. Wait, Alicia, Issei said, surprised. You're going to call me today, Issei. I've waited for over 5,000 years, and I'm not waiting any longer, she insisted, hearts forming in her eyes. Hold on, how about you eat something first? Issei suggested. I'm going for the main course, she said, looking at him. Before Alicia could do anything, Issei cast a spell to put her to sleep. I'm going to sleep, girls. Put Alicia in my bed. I'll sleep on the couch, Issei instructed. The next day, Issei was about to get up, but Alicia was on top of him. Good morning, love, she said with a smile. Good morning, Alicia, Issei replied nervously. Well, let's go to the academy. Wait, you're an adult, how do you expect to go to classes? She asked. Who said I'm going as a student? Alicia responded. Issei swallowed hard at her words. When they arrived at the academy, Issei, why did you leave? Emilia asked. You didn't even wake us up, Angelica added. It wasn't Alicia's fault. She dragged me to the academy before I could wake you, Issei explained. Students, today we have a new teacher. Please welcome Alicia-sensei, the professor announced. No, tell me it's not true. What have I done to deserve this? Issei groaned. Behave yourself, Issei. Phoenix, you're in class, Alicia said seriously, though she secretly enjoyed the authority. Yes, sensei, Issei replied. After class was over. Why did she have to become my teacher? Issei lamented. Relax, Issei, she's not that bad, right, Emilia? Angelica reassured. It's true, Issei, but she teaches physical education. Those classes aren't hard, Emilia added. You don't understand, she's a tough person, worse than those classes. Well, classes will end soon, and I can talk to the council, Issei said. After class. Let's see if Issei claims that the Grumbling and Sitri heirs are guilty, the council stated. What Issei says is a lie. Let's not waste time on this, Rias interjected. Rias, let's tell the truth, Sona whispered. Sona, if we do that, we'll be blamed, Rias warned. I can't take it anymore, Rias. I'm going to say it, Sona declared. All right, let's see if it's true, the council agreed. Council, wait. What Issei Phoenix said is true. Rias and I voted him to Purgatory, and yes, we know magic to advance the portal, Sona confessed, tears in her eyes. It's true, Rias, a council member confirmed. I didn't know anything, I swear, Rias pleaded. In any case, let's see if it's true. Sona, you don't have to explain anything. For telling the truth, you are exempt from punishment, but you will receive another, not as severe, the council decided. Once they cast the spell, a council member spoke. It's true, Rias, that you advanced the Purgatory portal, the member announced. That's not true, I couldn't lie because of the spell, Rias protested. Why did you do it? Another council member asked. Because I didn't have a sacred gear, Rias admitted. After Rias told the whole truth. Rias, how could you? You ruined a child's life, Sudikos exclaimed. But I was still a child, father, Rias replied. You are punished, and the Grumbling territory will pass to Issei, Sudikos declared. I want you to hold a meeting with the factions. This is now a serious situation, Issei insisted. Okay, but how many hours? The council inquired. In 1 hour, it's a grave situation, Issei replied. I'm sorry, Issei Phoenix, for not trusting you, Sudikos said. It doesn't matter, but now, in 1 hour, Sudikos, I want you to call all the pillars of hell, Issei instructed. Okay, Issei, Sudikos agreed. After an hour. Why did you call us? Michael asked. I had to pause some experiments. I hope this is a life or death situation, otherwise, it will be deadly, Azazel added. Calm down, Azazel, Gabriel said. Issei called you all for something important, the council announced. Factions and pillars of hell, I want to inform you that Purgatory has collapsed, and all the titans, dragons, and monsters have escaped, Issei declared. Everyone was in shock. But that's impossible, Purgatory can't collapse, Gabriel said. Well, the renegade demons and fallen angels have increased the death rate, and besides, the Chaos Brigade already has an army, Issei explained. This is a joke, right? Azazel asked incredulously. I'm telling you, it's not a joke, Alicia interjected. Everyone nearly had a heart attack when they saw who the first Dragon Queen was. "Mom, how is it possible that you're here?" Tiamat asked, disbelief etched on her face. "That's not your concern. I'm only here for my fiancé," Alicia replied. "Who would that be?" Azazel asked, fear evident in his voice. "It's my dear Issei," Alicia said, a smile breaking through. "Seriously? Issei is very weak," Tiamat remarked. "That's what you say, but Issei is incredibly strong in battle and in other ways," Alicia countered. "But she was in Purgatory," Gabriel interjected. "I was, as you said," Issei confirmed. "But how are we going to defeat him?" Michael asked, concern creeping into his tone. "Issei can defeat him since he was in Purgatory," Zurcher stated confidently. Gabriel, looking at Issei, suddenly realized something. "You're one of them, aren't you?" A heavy silence fell over the room. "Yes, I am one of them. I'm a titan trained by Kronos," Issei admitted. "So, you collapsed the portal," Rias said, narrowing her eyes. "How do we know you didn't open the portal yourself?" she challenged. "Because if it were me, I'd be with them and I'm not," Issei replied firmly. "Guards, take him to the dungeon until proven otherwise," Rias ordered. As the guards moved to take Issei away, the council spoke up, representing the Gremory and Sitri clans. "Enough, Rias. You're the one responsible for all of this, and you're blaming Issei again. You ruined his childhood," Zurcher said. "You won't have the remaining evil pieces until the situation is under control," Sudikos added. "From now on, your territory will belong to Issei," Counselor 3 declared. "But Council, it's obvious that Issei caused all of this." "He's one of them," Rias protested. "Issei is one of them because he was raised in Purgatory. He is a noble and kind person. He has already proven that," Counselor 1 stated. "Besides, he had to stabilize the Trihexa seal like Purgatory. Issei has done more than enough and continues to do so. He even reduced the number of renegade demons," Venelana added. "Just calm down, that's not the worst of it," Issei said, his expression serious. "And what would that be, Issei?" Gabriel asked, anxiety creeping into his voice. "We have little time to eliminate all those who came out of Purgatory or else." Issei trailed off ominously. "Or else what?" Azazel pressed. "Or else the god of Purgatory will emerge," Issei finished. "Tell me, Issei, that this is a joke," Michael said, disbelief in his tone. "No," Issei replied simply. "Are you sure, Issei?" Zurcher asked, concern deepening. "Yes. We're going to face God's brother," Issei confirmed. "Are you telling me we're going to face a battle lunatic?" Draig asked incredulously. "Yes, Draig, and you know perfectly well what he can do, just like Albion," Issei said. "The god of death is going to break free from his cage to reclaim his title," Draig warned. "That's not the worst part," Issei added. "What is the worst part?" Azazel inquired. "The Chaos Dragons," Issei revealed. "Issei, stop giving us more bad news," Gabriel said nervously. "I think it won't be possible because the god of death is about to break his chains," Issei explained. "Why did all this happen?" Azazel asked. "I think the portals are out of control," Issei replied. "Don't change the subject," Azazel insisted. "The reason is quite simple. The fallen angels and renegade demons, when they're not killed, cause Purgatory to collapse," Issei explained. "But why?" Gabriel pressed. "We don't have time to explain now. Don't send angels and fallen demons to the human world because those beasts will tear them apart," Issei warned. He couldn't finish speaking before a portal appeared in the middle of the room. "What is that?" Zurcher asked, alarmed. "Don't approach the portal," Issei cautioned. From the portal emerged large beasts with sharp fangs and teeth. One of the beasts lunged at Zurcher. "Get back, Zurcher!" Issei shouted. Zurcher quickly turned, and luckily, the beast only tore his clothes. "Wait until it attacks before you strike," Issei advised. But one reckless individual wanted to show off. "Get out of the way, useless. The power of Sekyurudai will manifest," Abel declared. Abel attacked the beast with a dragon shot. When the attack hit, everyone thought it was weak, but from the cloud of dust emerged an even angrier beast. "Idiot! You made it furious. Issei yelled. It's weak. Attack. Abel insisted. Kiba, Saji, and Abel rushed to attack, but the beast swiftly shattered their defenses. Is that all? What do these mere mortals have? The beast taunted. You'll see what I can do, Abel replied defiantly. The beast, tired of the arrogance, was about to decapitate Abel with its claws, but Issei was quicker. Are you okay? Issei asked, concern in his voice. Yeah, I'm fine, but why so fast? Abel replied, bewildered. That beast is classified as SSS. Don't let your guard down. It's a great danger, Issei warned. Issei, it's been a while since I last saw you, my friend, the beast said, recognizing him. You say that after you nearly killed me several times, Issei retorted. This day, you won't escape. How about we make a wager? The beast proposed. What wager? Issei asked, intrigued. Just say, I bet everything, the beast challenged. With that wager, I bet everything, Issei declared. From the ground, tentacles emerged. Issei and the beast charged at each other, landing powerful blows to each other's faces. The beast inflicted a deep wound on Issei, but he managed to switch places with a table just in time. The beast smashed the table while Issei charged a sphere of black energy. Take this, entrance of the end. Issei shouted as the sphere shrank. Issei sped toward the beast, but it dodged the attack. When the sphere hit the ground, a massive explosion of black erupted. Chains of hell, the beast said, summoning red-hot chains that appeared on the ground. Issei was about to dodge, but one chain ensnared him. Haha, he shouted, undeterred. What's wrong, Issei? Is that all you've got? The beast taunted. Ha! You think I would let myself be caught so easily? Issei replied with a big smile. You're such a big Issei, the beast said as marks from the chains appeared on its body. Never let your guard down, Issei warned. The beast attacked Issei with great speed. Issei blocked the points of the balance breaker. Didn't it? I got careless, he muttered. What will you do now? The beast challenged. Issei smiled to himself as he recited a few phrases like a ritual. In hell, I will grow stronger. I will become the most feared demon by all my enemies. I will destroy. With that, Issei transformed into a demon, his voice sharp as he added, Don't forget why I was feared in Purgatory. The beast charged at him with all its might, aiming a powerful blow to his face. Issei easily dodged the attack and countered with a devastating strike that pierced through the beast's chest. Surrender, I don't want to kill you, Issei urged. Let's make a wager. In any case, I have to die, the beast replied with a smile. Then come at me with your strongest blow. The beast grinned, genuinely pleased that Issei was giving him the chance to fight back. If you're going to die, die with honor, Issei said. As the beast perished, he began to dissolve into particles of light and said, My death will absolve me of all the sins I've committed in my life. Thank you, Issei, for lifting a great burden from my shoulders. With that, the beast's power was transferred to Issei. I hope you reincarnate someday as a good person, Issei whispered. Everyone was astonished as Issei transformed into a primordial demon. Gabriel asked, Can you turn into a demon? Yes, I can. I had to learn to survive in Purgatory, but I have a warning for the faction leaders. Don't go to the human world, or you'll die at the hands of the beasts. They might even make you wager. What kind of wager? Azazel inquired. The one you just witnessed. Anyway, let's leave the meeting. I'm tired. After they left the meeting, Issei asked, What do you girls want to eat? I want something delicious, Angelica said. I want a stew, Emilia added. I want the main course, Alicia said, looking at Issei. After they finished eating, Alicia said, It's time for you to fulfill your promise, Issei-kun. What promise? Issei replied, confused. The promise you made to me a couple of years ago. Emilia, startled, asked, What promise? Today you have to please. Me, Alicia insisted. Issei exclaimed, What? I didn't know what it was, you tricked me. Regal suggested, Why don't you just put a lock on your door with some security spell so she can't get in? Vuzirian added, Remember, it's mating season, better put up about 10 just in case. That's true, Issei admitted. You'd better not make her angry, just let her into your room, Siro warned. No way. Issei protested. He quickly went to his room, casting more than 30 protective spells and over 100 chains to keep her out. This should be enough, now time to sleep, he said to himself. Hours passed, and it was midnight. Everyone was asleep, but in Issei's bed lay Alicia. Issei-kun, wake up, it's time for you to fulfill your promise, she urged. What are you doing here? He said, startled. Shut up and take off your clothes, she said playfully. Wait, what if we do this later? Issei suggested. Not today, I'm living for this moment. By the way, I put silent spells all over the house so no one can hear us. Did you really put those spells in my room? Issei asked, concerned. Nope, Alicia replied with a mischievous grin. Throughout the night, sounds of laughter and excitement echoed, loud enough to wake Angelica and Emilia. They wanted to check on Alicia but refrained, respecting her special moment. The next morning, all the women woke up feeling calm and in good spirits, except for Alicia, who was sore from the previous night. Issei, you're not going to the academy? Emilia asked. Not today, I'm too tired, Issei replied. I hope you recover, Issei, she said. Aren't you going to class, sensei? Angelica inquired. My legs don't hurt today, and you have work to do in class, Alicia said. When the girls left for their classes, Alicia approached Issei. Can I come in, Issei-kun? She asked. No! Issei exclaimed. Alicia entered Issei's room anyway. Please, I don't want to do it again, he pleaded. I don't want to, I have a question for you, Issei, she said. What question do you want to ask? He replied. Don't you like me? She asked, her voice tinged with sadness. Of course I like you, Issei assured her. Then why don't you want to be with me? She asked, on the verge of tears. Alicia, I like you a lot, but I wanted our moment to be special, not just because of the season, he explained. Really, Issei? She asked, her eyes brightening. Yes, he confirmed. Alicia hugged Issei tightly. Thank you, darling. Change your clothes. Today will be our date as a reward, he said. I'm on it, darling, she replied eagerly. After she changed, Issei walked with his beloved dragon girl. Where are we going, Issei? Alicia asked. To your date, he said with a smile. Issei took her to a restaurant, then they went to the movies, where he almost confronted two women for staring at him. So, how was our date, Alicia? He asked afterward. It was magnificent, Issei, she replied, beaming. Well, let's head home before Emilia and Angelica kill me, he said, chuckling. On the way home, Issei received a message from Angelica. What could this be about? He wondered. In the message she wrote, Issei, can you come to the underworld? There's a serious topic to discuss. When they arrived in the underworld, a guard called out, Identify yourself. Did you forget me so quickly? Issei said with a hint of sadness. It's Issei Phoenix, you idiot, another guard interjected. I'm sorry, Issei-sama, the first guard apologized. It's fine, Issei replied. Say, come quickly. We found something. Angelica urged. What is it? He asked, running. Wait for me, Issei-kun, Alicia called out. Issei gasped in astonishment. Impossible. Do you recognize this, Issei? Xerxes asked. Send dark energy. Azazel commanded. Get away from that quickly. Issei shouted. What is it? Gabriel asked. The mass of darkness lunged at Gabriel, but Issei pushed her out of the way just in time, and the mass fell where he had stood moments before. Issei! Emilia cried out. Emilia, get away from me, he warned with concern. Calm down, Issei, just relax, everything will be fine, Saji said. We'll get that off you quickly, Abel assured him. Issei moved swiftly, almost punching Saji if it weren't for Viltra. Saji, get away quickly. Viltra shouted. Hurry, get away, Abel. Drake urged. Assist with that. Issei, just a technique called exchange, which feels like pain. General, that's why you were acting like a demon, right? Issei, yes. General, DMNU, I will kill you. As the general prepared to attack Issei, The brown-haired boy shouted. Issei, soul stasis. General, why can't I move? Issei, another one of my techniques. I can freeze your soul whenever I want. You'll feel it as if I were pulling your soul, just like I paralyzed you. Well, soul attraction. The general was being drawn in effortlessly. General, MST, please grant me some of your power. Somewhere, the god of death thought, I hope you can kill him because if not, you'll die. Gain more power. The general was increasing his strength. Issei, Tiamat. General, I hope you've said your goodbyes to everyone, because you're going to die today. The general charged forward. Issei activated his balance breaker, and the two of them were destroying much of the underworld city. Fortunately, all the inhabitants had been evacuated. Issei, infernal chaos. General, great void. When the two attacks collided, a massive force of energy sent everyone flying except for Issei and the general. Both were propelled back and suffered heavy blows that made them spit blood. General, destruction of the dead. Issei, soul shield. When the attack hit the shield, a tremendous explosion left almost everything in ruins. Everyone was astonished by what Issei had done. General, destruction of the dead. Emilia, great water dragon. An attack from Emilia shot toward the general. Issei, thank you Emilia. Emilia, no problem, but finish this quickly. Issei, I will. General, well, Issei, I will grant your wish. I'll end this once and for all. Great void. Issei, alright, show me your best technique. Both increased their power until Issei shouted. Issei, great phoenix explosion. When the attacks collided, Issei's power began to gain ground, but another energy appeared and struck him directly. Issei was injured, but the general was defeated. Rias, Asia, heal Issei quickly. Asia, yes, President. Asia quickly healed Issei, but the underworld was still in danger. End of chapter. Asia, Issei-san, I have a question. Issei, go ahead Asia, what do you want to ask? Asia, what are those marks on your back and that seal? Issei, it's nothing. Rias, no, really, who gave you those marks and that seal on your back? Issei, it's something that happened to me in Purgatory when I met that girl. Flashback. Girl, what's your name, kid? Issei, my name is Issei, and yours? Girl, my name is Stila. Issei, nice name, Stila-san. Stila, thank you, Issei-san. Issei, how long have you been here, Stila-san? Stila, a long time, but I'm not from this world, Issei. I'm from another dimension. Issei, but where do you come from? Stila, from another dimension. I think its dimension Purgatory is connected by many dimensions. Issei, really, Stila-san? End of flashback. Issei, years passed after that, but she disappeared. Rias, but how was she in Purgatory? Issei, I don't know. Abel, brother, how did you connect with the Dragon of Darkness? Issei, first, don't call me brother, and second, it just appeared. 0. Actually, I was inside Issei like your brother Draig and Albion's brother. When Draig left Issei, we were able to take complete control of him. That's why he wields all our power. Rhaegar. Besides, he trained very hard every day until he broke his bones. Vulgar. So much that he hardly slept. I can maintain my balance breaker for up to 2 months, and Rhaegar's balance breaker for 2.5 months, but with 0, it lasts only 1 month since it's harder to control. Draig, are you really saying that Issei could have been one of my best hosts? 0, yes, but you wasted that opportunity. Issei, well, I have to go because I want to sleep. Azazel, looks like I arrived late to the action. Xerxes, they almost killed us, and you say you arrived late to the action. Issei, well, I'm leaving now. As Issei was about to leave, he collapsed and let out a loud scream. Issei, Haia. Emilia, Issei. Rias, Asia, heal him. Asia, yes, President. Issei, Tiamat. You activated the seal before dying. Angelica, what's wrong with Alicia-san? Alicia, Issei, calm down, I'm going to stabilize the seal. Issei, hurry Alicia, it's about to break. Rias, will he be alright Alicia? Alicia, The seal is almost stabilized. When the seal stabilized, Issei fainted. Rias, what happened to Issei? Alicia, Issei actually lied. Stila never disappeared, she died. Rias, what happened, Alicia? Alicia, Stila sacrificed herself when Issei was about to die. It was when Issei first unleashed all his power. Stila was like a mother to Issei, and Issei was like a son to Stila. Issei, why did you say that, Alicia? Everyone was frightened, thinking Issei would lash out at Alicia for knowing this. Alicia, because you still haven't gotten over it, Issei. I'm worried about you. I don't want to see you suffer anymore because of that day. I don't want to see you cry anymore. Issei, on the verge of tears, you will never see me cry or suffer because of that day again. Alicia, I had to get over it while I was still in Purgatory. I did it because if I hadn't, I would never have become as strong as I am now. I had to overcome it, Alicia, and I don't want you to cry over my problems because I love you, just like I love Angelica and Emilia. Emilia, Angelica, and Alicia hugged him tightly. Emilia, silly, we are your fiancés. It's obvious we have to help you with your problems, whether you want us to or not. Angelica, you're all my entourage. I have to protect you a lot because very soon you will marry us, and I don't want a fiancé who still suffers from the past. Alicia, you also have to trust us, Issei, because you won't carry all the burdens alone. Issei, yeah, well, let's go, I'm hungry and tired. Rias, Issei, wait. Say, what is it, Rias? Rias, I want to apologize for what I did years ago. Issei, it doesn't matter. My father always said, never seek revenge, because if you do, I'll beat you until you stop. Well, see you later, Rias. Rias just looked at him with a smile because he truly was a kind and pure-hearted person. Azazel, where's the general's body? I need to take some blood samples. Xerxes, luckily, Issei killed him before you arrived. Mr. Phoenix, Issei, I hope you have many grandchildren. Xerxes, why do you say that, Jonathan? Jonathan, Issei will very soon marry his fiancées. When all this is over, he will marry my daughter, and I hope he has many grandchildren. Xerxes, Issei is such a kind person, but who is his father? Jonathan, it's Kronos. Azazel, you're joking, right? Xerxes, seriously, tell me you're joking. Jonathan, I'm not joking. His father is Kronos. I faced him face to face. Abel, his father is Kronos? Jonathan, also, he's a half-brother of the Greek gods. Mrs. Phoenix, plus, he's so handsome and strong, being over 1,000 years old. Jonathan, hey, Mrs. Phoenix, it's true, he exercises unlike you. You could see Jonathan with an aura of sadness as he scrubbed the floor. In the human world, Issei's house. Issei, girls, you can cook this time since I'm tired. Alicia, I'm going to make your favorite dish, Issei. Then we'll have dessert. Emilia, how about I take care of the main course? Issei, I just want to eat, not be eaten. Angelica, Issei, do you want something to drink? Issei, thanks, Angelica. Angelica smiled playfully, you can drink as much as you want, Issei. Issei, I'd better see what's in the fridge. Issei's mind, 0, take advantage of it, Issei. Rhaegar, last time, you could do whatever you wanted. What kind of girlfriend does that for her boyfriend? Issei, just shut up, I'm really tired from the fight and because the seal almost broke. Vulgar, be like me and my partner, who don't think about anything inappropriate. Issei, finally, someone who understands me. Vulgar, well, get out of here, Issei, or the girls will catch you. When Issei woke up, he saw the girls surrounding him. He tried to get up, but he was tied up. Issei, girls, can you please free me? Angelica, no, I don't want to. Emilia, today, Issei-kun, you will be ours in body and soul. Issei, Vulgar, activate the spell now. Vulgar, that's what I'm doing, just wait, it's done. The girls fell asleep. Issei, the downside is that when the girls have the dragon mark, they will also be in mating season. End of chapter. Issei, the downside of having the dragon mark is that they will also have a mating season. Well, I'd better put them in their beds. I'm sure they'll be safe, but first, I need to prepare some spells. The next day. Issei, girls, wake up already. Emilia, I can't open my door. Angelica, what's going on? This door is really stuck. Alicia, why does my door have spells and chains? Issei, Timon, I forgot that I locked the doors with chains and spells. I'd better leave before they catch me. Girls, I'm heading to the academy. Emilia, well, Issei, I hope you don't surprise us. Angelica, I hope you're at the academy when I arrive. Alicia, you won't do anything reckless, will you, Issei? Issei, I'm not planning to do anything reckless today, or at least I think so. Well, I'm off, see you later. As Issei was walking, he remembered that he had some books in his pocket dimension. He opened the dimension and pulled out a book of destruction. Issei, wow, this book is really interesting. It has all the forbidden techniques and some from my father. I'll see if I can create some techniques. It also has my mother's techniques, the infinite dragon. This book seems to contain techniques from many people. It could be that this book is the Book of Infinity. My mother told me that the Book of Infinity contains all the techniques of the strongest individuals. It doesn't matter if you don't write the techniques, the book writes them for you. But I have to keep this book safe since it can destroy the universe with some forbidden techniques. After that, I'll have to destroy the book. Let's check the creation one. Wow, that's impressive. This book teaches you how to create new life. I think these two books were created by Lucifer and God, but the alchemy one is very different because it teaches you how to create dragon eggs, phoenixes, and more. I can combine a phoenix with a dragon, but I can also mix my blood with others. But there's also a story about this book. Story. In the 15th century, a wizard was pursued for the book he wrote. That book was very powerful. Several kings wanted it. It had a special feature, a great spell that could turn demons into their slaves, like angels and fallen ones. The wizard hid it in a great place, a cave that was dragon territory, but he couldn't reach it. He was sought after by several warriors. Before dying, the wizard gave the book to a boy. The boy went to the dragon territory and gave the book to a great purple dragon. The dragon took the book, and it was passed down through generations until it found its next writer. Issei, Zero, by any chance, did you know that dragon? Zero, yes, I think it was called Longworm. It had a son named Drogon. He was a very powerful dragon but died because of the fallen ones. Issei, but who created this book? What was the wizard's name? Rygar. Issei, you have 3 phoenix eggs. Maybe that means something. Issei, I think strange things always happen to me. What's going to happen next? The eggs will hatch 2 girls who will tell me they were sealed and are now my fiancées. He said this sarcastically. Zero, that's true, my friend. What's going to happen? Will Sona, Sitri, and Seraphal fight over me? Rygar, Issei, I don't think you should say that because it might happen in reality. Issei, come on, Rygar, I was just joking. Issei, well, I have to hurry to class or the girls will catch me. On his way, Issei bumped into an old friend. He was distracted and collided with her. Girl, watch where you're walking. Issei, hey, I'm sorry if I bumped into you, but I have a name too. Girl, do you think I care about your name? Issei, wait, I know you. Girl, do you remember someone? Issei, wait, you're not Selena. Selena, how do you know my name? Issei, you don't remember me? Selena, I don't remember you. Issei, I'm Issei, your friend, the one who looked after you when you were little. Selena, Issei, is it really you? It's been so long. Issei, a long time indeed. Do you still have the ring I gave you? Selena, hey, I always cherish the ring you gave me. Issei, I still remember how you made me play house and made me sign something. Selena, but we got married, Issei. Issei, come on, stop joking, Selena-san. We were so young. How do you think we were going to get married? Selena smiled as she spoke. The document you signed was real. We can get married when we turn 25, after you finish your studies. Don't tell me you've been unfaithful to me. Issei swallowed hard, knowing that if she discovered he was seeing other girls, the consequences would be dire. Where are you going, Selena-san? He asked, trying to change the subject. I'm a new student. I'm going to Academy Qua. Issei felt a wave of anxiety wash over him at her words, but before he could respond, his fiancés arrived. Issei-kun, what are you doing here? Emilia asked, her tone a mix of surprise and concern. You shouldn't be at the academy, Angelica added. Who is that girl, Issei? Alicia inquired, eyeing Selena suspiciously. Who are they, Issei-san? And why do they call you Kun? Selena asked, her expression shifting from curiosity to confusion. They're my friends, Issei started, but Alicia interrupted. We're his fiancés, she declared. Selena's eyes widened. Issei, you've been unfaithful to me all these years. I can explain, Selena, Issei stammered. You cheating BSD, she exclaimed, her voice rising in anger. Without waiting for a response, Issei bolted, desperate to escape the confrontation. After a while. I'm already in my classes. I don't think Selena can get in, Issei reassured himself. The professor entered the classroom. Students, we have a new student. The boys whispered among themselves, hoping for a appealing girl, while the girls speculated about a handsome guy. She can come in, the professor said. Good morning, my name is Selena, and I hope we get along well, she introduced herself. Do you have any questions? The professor asked. Do you have a boyfriend? One boy blurted out. I don't have a boyfriend, but I have a fiancé, Selena replied, pointing at Issei. The boys turned green with envy, realizing he had captured the attention of such an appealing girl. End of the chapter. After class, Selena confronted Issei. How could you be cheating on me with others? You cheated on me first. You made me sign a commitment contract when I was a kid, Issei retorted. Issei, it's decided, I'm going to be part of your HRM, she declared. God, why did you give me a punishment worse than purgatory? Issei lamented. Well, calm down, Issei, Angelica said, trying to ease the tension. A new member in Issei's life, Emilia added with a teasing smile. Just then Sona appeared. Issei, can we talk for a moment in the council room? About what, Sona? Issei asked, curious. Please, just come for a minute, she insisted. Issei sighed. Okay. In the council room. Why did you call me, Sona? Issei asked as he entered. I hope it's something good, Sona, Angelica chimed in. Issei, please forgive me for what I did when you were a child, Sona said, tears welling in her eyes. That was it, Sona. I've already forgiven you. I never hated you. I hated Rias. Life can be tough, but I will never be cruel because the people who truly cared for me taught me that one should never drown in hatred, as nothing good comes from it. Maybe as a child I ruined your childhood, but my father always gave me a piece of advice. Remember, if you ever feel angry, just repeat this phrase, tenkle and breathe. Bad days also come to an end, Sona said, reflecting on her past actions. End of the memory. Though Issei had felt hatred, he understood the importance of forgiveness. Sona fell silent, realizing that Issei was truly a good person who could forgive. She hugged him tightly and said, Thank you, Issei, for always being kind. You're welcome, but you can let go now. You're crushing me, Issei replied, trying to lighten the mood. Sorry, Issei, Sona said, releasing him. No problem, he managed to say, but his attention shifted as he sensed a powerful presence nearby. Are you okay, Issei? Sona asked, noticing his sudden change in demeanor. Everyone down. Issei shouted as a massive surge of power erupted from the student council wall, threatening to destroy the academy. Come out from where you are, you coward. Issei yelled. How's it going, Issei-san? Why are you so angry? A monstrous voice replied. You monster. What do you want? Issei demanded. I just want your life, the creature said with a sinister grin. Issei dodged the initial attack, but the monster vanished and reappeared behind him, delivering a powerful blow to his back. He quickly regained his footing and retaliated with a solid punch to the monster's face. I know I can't defeat you, but I know someone who can, the monster taunted. Who? Issei asked. Where? Just watch, the monster replied, beginning to summon something, or rather, someone. From the summoning emerged the god of death. The god of death, Issei said nervously, realizing the danger of facing such a powerful being. I have to do this myself. You're a danger to my plans, and I have to eliminate you, Death declared. Everyone get out of here. Issei shouted. But Issei, you'll be okay, Sona protested. That doesn't matter, just get out of here and call the leaders of the factions quickly. Issei insisted. Okay, Issei, but we'll be back soon, Angelica promised. Who told you that you could leave? Death interjected, creating a massive barrier that trapped Rias's nobility as she stepped out to see what was happening. What's going on, Sona? Rias asked, alarmed. Sona, we're in trouble, Sona replied urgently. What happened? Abel asked, concern etched on his face. And my brother? Adriana added, looking around. Look up, Sona. Instructed. Draig's voice echoed in disbelief. Impossible, he's facing the god of death. The boy could die if we don't help him, Tiamat warned. Then, balance breaker. Abel shouted. Come on, Tiamat, balance breaker. Adriana urged. Sona and I will support from a distance, Rias declared. Tsubaki and I will also support from a distance, Aquino added. Kiba, Kaneko, Momo, and I will support when he comes down, Kiba said, readying himself for action. Don't get involved. He's too powerful, he can attack you easily. Just take care of the monster next to you. Issei shouted. But brother. Abel began. But nothing. Attack quickly and don't let your guard down. He can strike unexpectedly. Issei commanded. Don't get distracted, Death warned, launching a powerful blow at Issei that shattered his armor, though fortunately he remained unharmed. All right, Ciro, Rygal, and Vulgar, I hope we're ready for the combination, Issei said, determination in his voice. Hurry, Issei, he's not an easy enemy. Ciro urged. Don't get distracted, Issei. He can finish you off quickly, Vulgar warned. All right, Dance Breaker. Issei shouted as his power surged, sending a ripple of energy that alerted the factions. This aura is from Issei. He's fighting someone strong, Xerxes noted. But what's happening? Dazazel asked, concerned. Gabriel, come quickly, we're heading to the human world, Miguel instructed. Yes, brother. Gabriel replied, ready to assist. All the faction leaders appeared within the barrier. Azazel, what's going on? Xerxes, why are there two powerful auras? Miguel, is anyone hurt? Zenobia, no, Miguel, there are no injuries yet. Irina, what happened, Zenobia? Draig, leaders help Issei. He's fighting against the god of death. Gabriel, the brother of God. Tiamat, yes, help him quickly. Azazel, we need to move fast. Issei, how do you like my new armor, Death? Death, I'm surprised because you're truly strong, but it's a pity I have to kill you. Issei, infinite dragon. Death, hell's death. When the two attacks collided, a massive explosion erupted, but fortunately, the leaders had created a protective barrier. Azazel, does this kid want to kill us or what? Xerxes, quick, Azazel, let's help Issei. Death, come quickly, no matter how many there are, they will die by my hands. Issei, well let's see. Issei attacked Death at incredible speed. Death barely managed to dodge the attacks. Azazel appeared behind Death and struck with a massive lance of light. Xerxes created a compressed sphere of destruction that hit Death squarely. Death struggled to evade them until Miguel appeared next to him and launched another lance of light. Death fell to the ground, where Zenobia attacked him. Kiba was fighting another monster. Death, take this infinite space. A massive wave of energy surged through the area, which Issei suppressed. Luckily, Death appeared behind Issei and merely touched the brown-haired boy's head. Death, I hope you enjoy the forgotten memories. Mind control. After that, Death vanished. Xerxes, we won. How lucky. Azazel, be happy, Issei, we won this battle. Issei found himself in a dark place where he could see how they killed his mother, how he was beaten, and how he was called weak and useless. Issei, enough, enough, enough. Everyone was frightened as Issei's power began to surge. Issei's mind, but how weak you are, brother. Maybe that's why Draig didn't want you. outside of Issei's mind. Issei, I will kill them, demand it. Everyone was terrified as Issei donned Rhaegar's armor and declared, I will kill them all. Rias, Sona, Abel and Adriana, I will kill you. End of chapter. Everyone was stunned by Issei's words. Angelica, what's wrong with Issei-kun? Alicia, the god of death made him remember everything that happened to him as a child. Xerxes, how do we stop him? Azazel, his power is increasing. Miguel, his power is going to destroy the underworld. Gabriel, his soul is darker. I can see he's suffering a lot, he's crying. Abel, how do we stop him? Drake, Saji, I want you to use your balance breaker. Saji, okay, but what do I do? Biltra, absorb Issei's power. Adriana, his power is increasing. Tiamat, if we want to stop him, we have to attack with everything we've got. Sona, Rias, let's attack. Tsubaki, Aquino, let's combine our attacks. Kiba, we'll attack when Issei is on the ground. Irina, I'm going to stop my friend too. Zenobia, I'll stop you so you can't hurt anyone else. Xerxes, well, Azazel, Miguel, let's see Issei-san's true power. Azazel, alright, let's go. Miguel, today is a great day to die. Everyone charged at Issei, but the brown-haired boy easily dodged them until, at incredible speed, he struck Abel, cracking his armor. Abel, a minute. Drake, you have all the power now. Drake, yes, now use it. Abel, dragon shot. Abel's attack hit Issei directly, but when the dust settled, they saw Issei standing unharmed. Issei was about to unleash an infinity dragon but stopped and said, Issei, a minute, I won't hurt anyone. Everyone was shocked because Issei was fighting against that illusion. Issei, please stop. I don't want to hate my family. Please, Dad, Mom, I just want it to stop. Adriana, brother, we're here, just wake up. Issei, a minute. I won't hold back. Issei lunged at Adriana, but she managed to dodge just in time. Abel, what's wrong with him? Alicia, he still sees you all as enemies from the past. He's trying to escape this illusion, but he can't. The god of death tricked Issei into fighting you. Gabriel, I have an idea, but Issei needs to be distracted. Xerxes, I'll distract him, do it quickly. Gabriel, yes. Xerxes launched several compressed spheres of destructive energy. When the attack hit Issei, a massive explosion sent Abel crashing into some rocks. Issei was back to normal, but in a moment of distraction, he was grabbed by Gabriel, who said, Gabriel, inner dream. Issei found himself in a dream, or rather, a nightmare. Gabriel appeared in Issei's dream, where she could see him crying and covered in wounds. When Gabriel approached to heal him, the scene shifted to his old home, where Issei was being mistreated. Issei, why are you doing this to me? Rias, you're just a useless person that nobody will want. Sona, why don't you just die? You'd be doing the world a favor. Father, why can't you be like your brothers? They have a sacred gear and the best grades. You're nothing like them, just a useless person who can't do anything. Abel, because you're useless, Drake has abandoned you. Gabriel watched in horror as young Issei was tortured. When Gabriel rushed to protect him, the scene changed to Issei lying in Purgatory, where he said, Issei, I'm tired of my parents wanting me. I'm tired of waiting for love from my family. I'm fed up. Gabriel was in shock because Issei had golden wings, like his father's, but that color shifted to large bat wings, like his brother Lucifer's. Gabriel, this can't be possible. Then the scene changed repeatedly until she saw Issei's entire life. She was crying because, as a child, he suffered so much until he came across a door. Gabriel opened the door and saw a appealing place, more magnificent than paradise. She walked through until she found Issei, who was in a black lake. She dove into the lake to follow Issei and then surfaced in a horrible place, surrounded by lifeless trees and wilted flowers. But the lake she was in was clear and appealing. She could see Issei crying, surrounded by a dark cloud where he could remember all the bad things from his childhood. Issei, please, stop. Gabriel, Issei. She lunged at Issei, embracing him tightly as she said, Gabriel, Issei, don't cry. I'm here. Remember the good times, not the bad. Think of your mother and how she took care of you. Hold on to that, Issei-san. Issei recalled how his mother cared for him, how she helped him improve, and what her last words were. Stila. Issei, remember, never fall into darkness because I will always be protecting you. Issei stopped crying and looked at Gabriel. Suddenly, her wings transformed from bat-like to those of a fallen angel, then to those of an angel, and finally shifted to seraphim wings, glowing golden like those of God. Gabriel, Issei-san, you are an angel. Issei, yes, Gabriel-san, I am an angel. Thank you for bringing me back to my senses. Issei moved quickly and gave Gabriel a gentle kiss. The blonde blushed bright red, but one of Issei's wings changed to that of a demon. Issei, this will be our secret, Gabriel-chan. Gabriel, Issei-san. Afterward, Issei and Gabriel exited Issei's dream, and Angelica rushed toward him, delivering a strong punch. Angelica, that's what you get for worrying me. Then she kissed him and added, Angelica, and this is because you're okay. Issei, hi Angelica, but I'm fine. Suddenly, Kronos appeared and struck Issei hard. Kronos, Issei, I'm going to make you rethink your longing for revenge. Issei, wait, I'm not like that anymore. I was controlled by death. Kronos, don't say nonsense. Alicia, it's true, Kronos. Issei was controlled by the god of death. Kronos, well, I'm leaving. Kronos vanished into thin air. Gabriel, Issei, he kissed me too soon. Issei, I will marry you. When he kissed me, he committed to me. Issei will be my husband, she thought happily. End of the chapter. Issei, I'm sorry for causing destruction. Xerxes, it wasn't your fault. Besides, it was the god of death who controlled you. Issei, yes, but I see that death still has some chains. That's why he didn't fight back fully when we attacked or made me remember all the bad things. Azazel, besides, you almost killed us all, but you didn't fight with all your strength. Try to control the darkness. You're an admirable boy. Miguel, I hope the same doesn't happen again. Kronos, your girlfriends are fine, they make me proud. Issei, well, I have to go. See you later. Gabriel's mind. Gabriel, Issei-san, you will marry me soon. You committed when you kissed me. Issei felt a shiver run down his spine. Emilia, is something wrong, Issei-kun? Issei, no, I'm just a little cold. Angelica, don't worry, Issei-kun, you'll be warmer at home because today I'm going to cook my famous soup. Issei, I'll die if I eat that. Alicia, don't worry, Issei-kun, I'll cook. Emilia, Alicia-san's food will be delicious. Issei, don't worry, I'll cook too so you can learn, just in case I get sick. Angelica, why doesn't anyone trust my cooking? Emilia, because one day you almost killed Issei-kun. Issei, enough already. Emilia, why don't you give your food to the enemies? That way you can get rid of them. Angelica, Emilia. The two girls were arguing, but Issei felt a bit unwell and fell to his knees. Alicia, Issei-kun, are you okay? Issei, no. Emilia, I feel something strange in the air. Issei, damn it girls, I have to leave quickly. Alicia, Issei-kun, I didn't think you'd be in that phase already. Angelica, what phase? Emilia, please, Alicia, tell me what phase. Alicia, it's going to be a surprise for you. Angelica, come on, hurry up, Alicia-san. Alicia, Issei-kun is in mating season. Emilia, but mating season is already over. Alicia, Issei-kun had 3 dragons, but now he has 4. The mating season is extended. Instead of lasting for 1 month, he'll have to control himself for a longer time. If I'm not mistaken, it'll last 3 months. Emilia, Issei-kun, so you're excited. Angelica, Issei-kun, when we're home, I'll make you mark me. Alicia, besides, when we're marked by our mate, it makes us a bit excited. Girls, what if we make Issei lose track of time today? Emilia, Issei-kun, you won't survive this. Alicia, besides, Issei's essence becomes more potent. We could end up with a family because of Issei-kun. Emilia, then it's decided, Issei will have to give in today and please us all. While the girls were talking, they didn't realize that Gabriel was listening. Gabriel, Issei-kun is in mating season. Issei-kun, I want to be with you, just you. It's decided, Issei, today you will mark me as your dragon. I'm your fiancé, and I have to please my future husband, she thought. Issei, Tiamat, 0, mating season is already over. 0, it's over, but since you have a new dragon, it came back again, but with more strength. Issei, I'm sorry to say you'll have to lock yourself in your room because the girls' marks will also be in a state of stasis. Issei, Tiamat, how do I stop this? Rygal, Issei will have to endure this season for 3 months. Issei sighed and went to his room, locking himself in. After a while. Emilia, Issei-kun, dinner is ready. Issei, I'll eat later. Alicia, Issei, come down quickly, I won't let you waste food. Issei, okay, I'm coming down. When Issei came down, everything seemed normal, but that tranquility would end quickly. The girls were dressed in very short and tight clothes, and Issei was struggling to control his instincts. Issei, what are we having for dinner? Emilia, Issei-san, may I have permission to serve the food? Issei, wise Emilia-san, go ahead. Issei was stammering. Angelica, it's working, Alicia's plan is working. Issei will fall soon, and hopefully, our wedding will be faster. I'm so happy, I just hope Issei gets me Purgatory and tea. That would make me so happy, I'll be a mother soon, she thought. Issei, Tiamat, 0, you can't do anything. 0, no buddy, you'll fall soon, and our mental connection will be cut off. I can't help you, and neither can the other dragons. In 10 seconds, the mental connection will be severed, Issei. Issei, no. Assist with that. Assist with that. Kronos, who said this fight is over? Death, as you wish, Soul Devourer. Kronos was left in shock. Issei, Soul Shield. When the attack hit the shield, a crack formed that shattered 5 chains of the god of death, but it also drained a lot of power from both sides. Death, thank you, Issei. For that, you will receive a reward. As Death dispelled his mother's seal, he added, Death, enjoy it while you can, because you will die very soon. The god of death struck quickly at Issei's seal, which contained a part of his power. Issei fell to the ground, screaming, Death, but I also have to release your true form. Issei, in it I will never forget this. Issei felt small drops of darkness. Stila, son. Stila rushed out to heal her son. Kronos, well, Death, maybe we'll meet again. Issei fell unconscious, and the last thing he heard was his mother's voice. 2 days later, Issei woke up at home. Issei, what happened? Angelica, the god of death gave you a beating. Issei, Angelica-san. Alicia, good morning, everyone. Well, Issei, come have breakfast. Issei, I'm coming. When Issei went downstairs, he saw his mother cooking. Emilia, what delicious food, Stila. Stila, it's nothing. Issei, and mother, what are you doing here? Stila, how rude, son, not even a good morning. Issei, sorry, but what are you doing here? Stila, I'm here to spend time with my son. Besides, I made your favorite meal. Issei, well, let's eat. While they were in the dining room, Stila brought up a very uncomfortable topic for Issei. Stila, one question, Issei. Issei, what question, Mom? Stila, when are you going to give me grandchildren? Issei, what are you talking about, Mother? Stila, I'm aware that you already have fiancés. Issei glanced at Emilia and Alicia. Stila, besides, when you do it, don't you use protection? Issei, what time is it? I have to go to class. Selena, it's Saturday, Issei. Stila, how about we go for a walk? You haven't spent much time with your mother. Issei, well, I want to go to a family gathering. Stila, great. I'll put on my dress and shoes and we'll go. Issei, okay, I'll also call Dad. Stila felt a slight chill at that, knowing Issei was going out with Kronos, who had a reputation but was also responsible for his actions. Stila, well, go ahead and call Kronos-san. Emilia, girls, let's not bother Issei, since this will be his first outing with his family. Alicia, I agree. After a while, Kronos, well, we're off. Stila, let's go. Issei and his family strolled around the city. They first went to the movies, where they watched a horror film that only scared Kronos. Then they stopped by a fair and later went to a restaurant before heading to a shopping mall. Issei, well, Mom, go buy yourself some clothes since you don't have much. Stila, okay, I'll be an hour. See you. Kronos, well, I'm off to the video games. Issei, alright, I'll see what's around here. Issei left the place and arrived at a jewelry store. Clerk, what can I do for you, young man? Issei, I'm looking for a piece of jewelry, sir. Clerk, what kind? Issei, can you put this picture on a necklace? The clerk looked at the photo and saw a appealing woman next to a man, with Issei in the middle. Clerk, your necklace will be ready in half an hour, young man. If you'd like, you can look at the jewelry. If something catches your eye, just call me. Say. Issei admired some appealing jewelry and made a few purchases. He also visited a shop selling rings and necklaces for men and bought a necklace for his father. As Issei was passing by, he unfortunately ran into his former family. He tried to walk quickly, but his ex-mother saw him and called out. Mother Hyoudou, Issei, what are you doing here? Issei, good afternoon, ma'am. I was just buying a few things. Father Hyoudou, how's it going, son? Want to grab something to eat with us? Issei, sorry, but I have to do something. Abel, come on, brother, let's spend some time as a family. Issei, I'm sorry, but I have to go. Issei tried to hurry away, but his sister grabbed him. Adriana, come on, brother. Father Hyoudou, you don't disobey your mother, let's go eat something. Issei, I'm sorry, but I really have to go. Father Hyoudou, come on, Issei, be with your family. Issei was getting frustrated. Say, family? You are not my family. Where were you when I was beaten and almost died? How many times do I have to say that you are not my family? Abel, don't talk to our parents like that. Issei, they are your parents, not mine. My mom must be worried about me. Issei ran off, but his mother looked at him with a sad expression. Issei, mother, you look lovely, but I have a gift for you. Stila, what is it? Issei, first, close your eyes. Stila complied and closed her eyes. When she opened them, she saw a necklace, and inside was a photo of them with Kronos. Kronos, what did I miss? Issei, here you go, old man. Kronos, oh, it's a necklace, what do I do now? Stila, Kronos. Kronos, sorry. Kronos put on the necklace, which could also be opened, and when he did, he saw a picture of his son when he was little. After that, they went to Issei's house, where Stila went to her room, and Kronos decided to stay the night. Issei, good morning. Breakfast is ready. Stila, good morning, son. Did you really make breakfast? Issei, yes, why don't you believe me? Stila, it's because when you were little, you always cooked poorly. Issei, hey. Stila, relax, your food is delicious. Issei, you should learn. Besides, Kronos taught me. Kronos, are you talking about me? Issei, Dad, how about you make lunch since you cook better than I do? Kronos, no. Emilia, Issei-kun, can I ask you something? What is that dragon mark on your neck? Kronos, you still have the mark? Stila, what mark? Issei, an ancient tattoo of the dragons. Angelica, but you're a demon. Issei, actually, I'm not, since I haven't unleashed all my power because of the mark. Stila, Issei, you are a dragon. Issei, yes, and a very feared one in Purgatory. Alicia, the entire Purgatory holds great respect for Issei-kun. Selena, and what is your story, Issei-kun? Flashback. We see a 13-year-old boy with brown hair fighting against some dark dragons. Dragon, is that all you've got, kid? Say, who said that was all my power? Issei increased his power, and the dragon was taken aback. Issei, ice stakes. From the floor, stakes shot out and embedded themselves in the dragon's body, causing it to fall to the ground, lifeless. Pathetic, Issei remarked. If you train more, Issei, you could reach the power of the Triexa, Siro suggested. Train harder, since some titans don't show their full strength, Vulgar added. Besides, you need to train the balance breaker with Binadu, Rhaegal reminded him. Yeah, I know, but I'm bored. It's not like before. I used to feel so many emotions when I fought, Issei replied. How about getting a dragon seal tattoo? It gives you territory here, plus you'll become a full dragon, Siro proposed. All right, Issei agreed. Step into this circle, Siro instructed. Okay, now what? Issei asked. Before he could finish, an electric shock and fire coursed through him. Issei screamed. You have to endure this for an hour, Issei, Rhaegal said. I hope after this you don't make me train, because this hurts a lot, Issei groaned. 2 hours later, Issei rested from the dragon mark. Well, I've rested, I need to see what's changed, he said as he stepped outside. To his amazement, the area where he lived was now filled with flowers, water, and food. Surprised, aren't you? Siro asked. Yeah, but what happened? Issei replied. What happened is that this is now the place where you have to live, as these lands are combined with your power, which is why it looks like this, Rhaegal explained. Plus, you're in your territory, Vulgar added. In short, guys? Issei prompted. You have your clan, you're a dragon king, and you need to revive your clan, Siro concluded. End of flashback. And that's why I have this dragon mark, Issei said. What about your territory? Alicia asked. It's still in Purgatory, where the most appealing flowers are, Issei replied. Besides, you're a titan. I don't think it'll be easy for them to defeat you, Kronos added. What's that? Stila inquired. You talk too much, old man, Issei teased. Well, maybe I turned Issei into a titan, which is why I sealed his power, Kronos admitted. Today you die, you BSTRD, Stila declared. Maybe we should leave, girls, Issei suggested. Don't leave me alone, Kronos pleaded. Sorry, Issei said. After a while, Kronos appeared, battered and bruised. They're calling us in the underworld, Issei-kun, Angelica said. What happened? Issei asked. They say it's a meeting to make a peace treaty with Odin, Angelica replied. All right, let's go, Issei agreed. Issei-kun, can we talk privately? Gabriel asked. What's up? Issei responded. The girls moved away to eavesdrop on Issei and Gabriel's conversation. Issei-kun, my brother wants to kill you, Gabriel revealed. Why? Issei asked, concerned. My brother saw that I have your essence and knows that you have mine, and that you're my fiancé, Gabriel explained. What should I do? If he wants me to take responsibility, I will. One day I'll go to heaven and talk to Miguel, Issei said confidently. They're spying on you, Issei. Run for your life. Your mother is furious. Kronos warned. Issei. Stila called. Ha! Issei exclaimed as he fled. Stila chased Issei for quite a while until he locked himself in his room. Come out of your room, Issei, Stila demanded. But don't kill me, Issei pleaded. Come out, I won't do anything, Stila assured him. Buddy, don't go out. It's an old trick that will make you believe that, but when you step out, it'll kill you, Siro warned. I won't just kill Issei, I'll kill you too, Stila threatened. We're all going to die. Siro exclaimed. Escape, Issei. I'll hold her off, Kronos urged. I'm not running away, I'm going to face her, Issei declared. As you wish, Stila replied. Well, here you go, Issei said, throwing Kronos straight at Stila before running off to buy a cake for his mother and a gift for Kronos. Diamond traitor. Kronos shouted. After a while, Issei returned. I'm back, I have gifts, he announced. Issei, Stila said, her tone softening. Here's a gift for you, Issei offered. What is it? Stila asked, intrigued. Chocolate cake with strawberries, Issei replied. Die. Kronos exclaimed. I have a gift for you too, Issei said quickly. You think a gift will buy me off? Kronos retorted. The new season of your favorite book, Issei revealed. I forgive you, Kronos said, her anger dissipating. Well, Issei-kun, it's time to go to the festival, Emilia said. What festival? Stila asked. A festival they hold every year. Do you want to go? Issei invited. No, Kronos replied. Yes, Stila insisted. All right, let's go. Mother, are you coming? Issei asked. All right, let's go, Kronos agreed. Elsewhere, Death spoke ominously. Hey, you will soon die by my hands. Emistu, we're about to get your scythe, a servant reported. Perfect, I need to train since my power is a bit unstable, Death replied. Really, sir? Will you call your daughter? The servant inquired. Yes, I'm going to send her to kill Issei, Death confirmed. Sir, one question, the servant said. What question? Death asked. Will you collect the debt from those filthy demons? Yes, but I don't think Issei's soul can come since he's never been a demon. He's a being superior to me, plus he's the reincarnation of my brothers. But very soon, I'm going to join forces with the Cows Brigade so we can become more powerful, Death explained. It disgusts me that you're teaming up with those pathetic demons, since they think they're superior. But if it weren't for that boy, our troops would be superior, the servant complained. Calm down, now call my daughter, Death commanded. Are you calling me father? The girl asked as she approached. I want you to kill Issei, Death instructed. That guy will be tough, but I'll manage, she replied confidently. Why do you say it's tough? Death asked. Father, I'm going to fight one of the strongest people in Purgatory, since he has killed titans, dragons, and giant monsters. Plus, he's the son of Kronos and Stila, my mother. But don't forget, she's not from this world. Father, you're sending me to kill my brother. He's very handsome, but also very dangerous, she explained. I still don't understand why Stila left me, Death lamented. Don't worry, father. First, I have to draw out all his power, and I also need to find his weaknesses, she assured him. End of chapter. Well, girls, I'll join you later for the peace treaty with Odin, but we're running late for class, Issei said. That's true, let's hurry, Emilia agreed. Well, I also arranged a few things since the meeting is about to start, Angelica added. All right, let's go, Issei said. Well, I can go too, Stila chimed in. Why not? Angelica replied. Just don't bother her, or there will be fewer demons, Issei warned. I'm going too, so the demons don't go extinct, Kronos declared. Elsewhere. Father, I can go see my brother now. I can't wait to play with him, the girl said excitedly. Go, what are you waiting for? Death urged. I'm off, father, and I'll also say hi to my mother, she replied. I hope you fulfill your mission, Death said, watching her leave. In the underworld, Kronos said, Well, time to conquer, girls. Where you going, Kronos-san? You're staying here, Stila insisted. Why? Kronos asked. You're a person who causes wars, and you're very foolish, Stila explained. I get it, you're in love with me, Kronos teased. What are you talking about? I don't love you, I said it blushing, Stila retorted. But that face says otherwise, Kronos smirked. If you're going to do other things, why don't you just go to a hotel? Issei suggested. Issei! Stila exclaimed. See you later, Issei said, trying to escape the awkwardness. Well, son, how about we see who can drink more? Kronos proposed. All right, Issei agreed. You're not going to act foolishly here, we're in an important meeting, Emilia reminded them. DMN it, Issei muttered. Well, then how about we cook, Issei, to see who's the best chef? Kronos challenged. I accept, let's go, Issei replied, ready for the competition. Demon One, did you see what those people are doing? They're just embarrassing the demons. Demon 2, yeah, they're just low-class demons, but that woman has a great presence. Demon 1, how about we have some fun with her? Demon 2, let's go. Stila, come on, behave yourselves. You're at an important meeting. Demon 2, hey, how about we have some fun? Demon 1, yeah, you'll enjoy it. Stila, are you talking to me? Demon 1, yes. Stila, no. Demon 2, come on, you'll have a good time. Stila, let go of me. Stila elbowed one of them in the face. Demon 2, you little brat. Just as the demon was about to retaliate, he collapsed to the ground, lifeless. with a girl standing behind him. Girl, wow, looks like this is the place. Demon one, you'll pay for killing my friend. The demon lunged at the girl, but he fell dead with several cuts on his body. Girl, I'm just here for Issei Phoenix. Stila, daughter. Issei was in the room talking with the god of everything, Odin and Thor. Issei, and that's been my life, old man. Odin, wow, I never thought a kid could survive Purgatory. Loki, even for me, that's cruel. Thor, but you're someone admirable who hasn't succumbed to hatred. Xerxes, yeah, that's true, but I feel sorry since my sister caused all this. Issei, calm down, Xerxes. Kronos, Issei, you felt that, didn't you? Issei, felt what? Kronos, someone from Purgatory is here. Suddenly, the door burst open, and an explosion sent Abel flying, his balance breaker shattered. Rias, Abel-kun, are you okay? Abel, why is she so strong? Girl, I already told you, I don't want to fight someone weak, I just want Issei Phoenix. Stila, stop it, daughter. Girl, I'll stop when I kill Issei. Issei, what do you want with me? Girl, my father sent me to kill you. Stila, Issei, don't confront her, you're up against my daughter. She's very powerful. Girl, it's a shame I have to kill my brother, but I'll have some fun with you for a while. Stila, please stop it, Haruka. Haruka, no mother, I have to kill Issei. That's my main mission. Kronos, Issei, don't underestimate her. She's the daughter of death. Issei, are you telling me my mother had a child with the god of death? Kronos, yes, and she hides all her power. Her missions end in less than 10 or 5 minutes. Haruka, I hope my brother can give me more of a challenge than those useless ones. Abel, brother, don't confront her, she's too powerful. Issei, well, let's go, sister. Haruka, how ironic, my father is the god of death, and yours is one of the strongest titans. Odin, Titan, Issei is the son of a titan. Xerxes, of Kronos. Issei and Haruka lunged at each other, with Haruka landing the first blow, which Issei didn't see coming. The hit landed squarely, sending Issei crashing into a wall. Issei, she's really fast, I think I'll have to use my balance breaker. Are you ready, Regal? Regal, yes. Ciro, why didn't you choose me? Issei, it's Regal's turn now, and then it'll be Vulgar's. Issei rushed toward Haruka. He threw a punch, but Haruka easily dodged it. Haruka, is that all you've got, brother? Issei, never let your guard down. Issei unleashed an infinite dragon attack toward Haruka, but she simply raised her hand, and the attack vanished. Haruka, never let your guard down, little brother. Haruka landed a powerful blow on Issei, shattering his armor. Issei, Diamant. Balance breaker. Issei donned the armor of Vulgar. He charged at Haruka, but she just held her hand out and said, back off. Issei was thrown to the ground, unable to move. Haruka, pathetic, simply pathetic. I don't understand how my father thinks you're a threat. Well, I guess I'll have to kill you. Emilia, I won't let that happen. Alicia, we'll be your opponents. Haruka, fine. Stila, I never thought I'd have to fight my daughter just to protect my son. Haruka, after this, you'll come with me, mother. My father is waiting for you. Haruka lunged at Issei's girls, but they were already exhausted from healing the survivors, and the leaders were fighting against beasts, including Odin with his sons. In a swift move, Haruka injured all of Issei's girls. Alicia, I'm sorry, Issei-kun, I couldn't protect you. As Haruka was about to strike, Issei exploded with rage, his voice resonating with power. Issei, as long as I'm alive, I will be the demon of hell and the titan of the skies, and I will destroy all my enemies. I will pray for their souls. I am God and at the same time the demon. I will break this little shell of my body and go after the souls of cruelty. Haruka, so that's why my father wants you dead. You're the reincarnation of his brothers, and I see you've never fought seriously. This will be fun. In a burst of speed, Haruka charged straight at Issei, but he simply raised his arm to block her head, and Haruka's leg came crashing down. When the blow landed, the place erupted in dust from the shockwave. Say, is that all? What a disappointment. My sister can't hurt me. Haruka, my sweet little brother is fighting seriously. Issei formed a sphere of energy in his hand and said, "End of death." Haruka dodged the attack, and when the sphere hit the ground, it created a massive crater that was disappearing into dark particles. Haruka, well brother, I have to go. I've taken too long, but we'll see each other again very soon. Somewhere else. We see Haruka sitting on a rock, saying, "My sweet little brother, you will be mine. I want you for myself." End of chapter. Issei, Mom, tell me this is a joke. Is she really your daughter? Stila, it's not a joke, she really is my daughter. Issei, are you telling me you had a daughter with the god of death? Plus, now I have to fight her? Kronos, yes, life has its surprises. But why were you with death? Stila, well, it actually happened because I fell in love. He turned evil, but now he wants to kill you, Issei, because you're the reincarnation of his brothers. Gabriel, who are the brothers of the god of death? Xerxes, I want to know too. Stila, well, gather everyone. Rosweiss, Odin-sama, you fought him before, right? Odin, yes. Issei, well, speak up, old man. Odin, when I was young, I fought him. I thought I could defeat him, but I lost. He destroyed almost my entire army, but he never fought seriously. It was just a game to him. That day, I thought I would die, but I was saved by God. He faced him and won. However, the god of death sealed half of God's power, and God created chains to ensure that he would also lose his power. Stila, the god of death, had two brothers. Odin, who were they? Stila, God never created hell. That was done by his other brother, the devil, who died protecting his mother and his two brothers, one being God and the other being death. The devil unleashed all his power and killed his father, but days later he died. He claimed he would be reincarnated as a kind person, but he would have to suffer greatly. Death created his realm, which was Purgatory, and God kept heaven for himself. Issei is the reincarnation of both God and the devil, as he has suffered a lot but remains a kind person. In short, Death wants to kill Issei to take control of heaven and hell. God never died because of the triad. He died for his brother, Death. God and Lucifer joined forces to fight against him. In the end, they won and forged chains that would keep Death trapped in Purgatory until the triad breaks its seal. That's why Death wants to kill Issei. Odin, but who was the devil? Isn't Lucifer the same person? Stila, no, the devil was God and Death's older brother. He died solely to save his mother and siblings. Azazel, are you telling me that God and Lucifer fought against Death just to prevent him from causing destruction? But Issei is the reincarnation of two very powerful beings, and Death is hunting him down. Stila, yes. Xerxes, but what are we going to do if Death succeeds in his plan? Stila, the world will fall before him, and he will unleash the beasts from Purgatory. Issei, but the beasts have already escaped. Stila, no, those are the weak ones. I'm talking about the strongest. Kronos, he will never succeed, Death. Stila, Kronos, but why did you fall in love with the god of death? You said that just to change the subject, and it worked. Stila, it happened a long time ago when an enemy nearly destroyed my world. My companions and I managed to stop him, but I was sent to Purgatory. Flashback. Stila, where am I? This isn't my world. I feel dark energy. What is this place? I sense very powerful enemies. Death, who are you? How did you get into my realm? Stila, who are you? I was in my realm, but now I'm here. Enemy, how dare you ruin my plans? Stila, I don't have the strength to fight. Enemy, die. As the enemy attempted to attack Stila, he was stopped by Death. Enemy, who are you? Death, I'm just your nightmare. At those words, the enemy collapsed to the ground, shattered. Death, I see you're not from this world, are you? Stila, no, but how did I get here? Death, perhaps it's because the barrier of your dimension broke, and you were sent here due to the absorption of your power. But I don't think you can return, as the barrier in this dimension is much stronger. Stila, but what about him? He nearly destroyed my planet. You're strong, right? Death, yes. Stila, can you train me to become stronger? Stila, why not? They wouldn't survive. And a flashback. Stila, from that moment on, he trained me and little by little, I fell in love with him. I had a daughter with the god of death, but the training was very arduous, though I managed to get through it. Issei, in short, now I'm an enemy of my sister, right? Stila, yes, but she didn't use all her power. Issei, I know, I could feel that she wasn't even trying. But now we have a problem, as Death's chains are about to be released. End of chapter. 2 days passed while Issei trained. Abel and Adriana also trained with a friend of Drake to improve their skills, realizing that the enemies from Purgatory were much stronger than regular foes. Meanwhile, Kronos went to explore some ancient ruins. Stila also trained to be able to defeat her daughter without seriously injuring her. Issei, Infinite Dragon. Stila, you still have a long way to go before you can concentrate it in different points. Issei, it's really difficult, but how do I manage to spread the Infinite Dragon across other points? Stila, just relax, but I see you can concentrate the technique in 3 points. Issei, luckily I can only focus the technique in those 3 points. Stila, you need to improve more. Issei, I know I have to learn that technique. Stila, are you sure? That technique has serious consequences. Issei, yes, I'm sure. Stila, then it's fine. Issei, well, but I also need to train with Ciro, Regal, and Vulgar. Stila, okay, I'll train you later. Abel, I've been able to increase my power thanks to Drake, but I want to see how much my sister has improved. Adriana, do you really want to see how much my power has increased? Abel, where did you come from? Adriana, I just finished my training. The Dragonesses taught me many techniques. Abel, then let's go all out. Adriana, before we fight, do you know where Issei is? Abel, I think he's in the dark territory. Let's go check, I want to see how far my brother has come. The 2 siblings headed to the dark territory. Upon entering, they saw a appealing place with lakes and crystal-clear rivers, but the gravity was slightly stronger. They spotted Issei without his shirt, jumping from tree to tree while dodging spheres of power. Issei, come on Regal, increase the speed. Regal, alright. As Regal increased the speed, Issei dodged even faster, but a few spheres grazed him and one exploded. Issei fell to the ground, but other spheres were heading straight for him. Issei, Abel and Adriana activated their boosted gear, but Issei moved and dodged all the spheres. With his fists, he struck the spheres. When they exploded, everyone saw Issei slightly burned but without any serious injuries. However, what left them astonished were the craters beneath Issei. Issei, well, Regal, you really were faster. Regal, but that was just the warm-up. Issei, what are you doing here, Abel, Adriana? This is Zero's territory. Abel, we came to check on your training, but it looks like you're trying to get yourself killed. Issei, why do you say that? Adriana, your training is downright monstrous. Besides, you haven't even been with the other dragons. Issei, well, I still haven't been able to learn my mother's technique. Abel, how about we have a fight? I want to see how much I've improved. Adriana, I'll fight too, I want to see how much I've improved. Issei, then come on. The 2 charged at Issei. Death, yes, my chains are finally broken. Now I have my old power back. Girl, wow, it seems my father has regained his former strength. Soldier, sir, he's going to train. Death, yes, call the others. I want to reclaim my old powers, like my endurance. Soon enough, Issei will fall. Haruka, father, what if you use that technique? Death, that would be good, but it would take a lot, as my endurance is very low. Haruka, well, father, I want to go again to face my brother. Death, since when do you call him brother? Haruka, ever since I found out that my mother has Issei as her son. Death, I hope you don't keep treating him like that, as he will be a problem for my plans. Haruka, I just want to have a little fun with my little brother. I want to see how strong he is. Death, fine, but I hope you can weaken him. Now I need to go train to regain my powers and my endurance. As the god of death went off to train, Haruka headed to his room while murmuring Issei's name. Haruka, Issei, soon you will be mine, only mine. I don't want to share my cute little brother. Meanwhile, Issei felt a chill run down his spine. Abel, are you okay, Issei? Issei, yeah, I'm fine, just had a chill, nothing more. Adriana, brother, when are you going to visit our parents? Issei, I can't, as I'm still training and I have a lot of issues with that god and his daughter. But I need to keep training. A good fight would do me good. Issei created some clones of himself. The clones activated their boosted gear and charged directly at Issei. He focused on dodging the attacks, throwing punches into the air that sent gusts of wind flying. Some clones disappeared, while others drew swords. Issei managed to evade some slashes, but others cut him. The clones divided Issei's power. He could only continue fighting hand-to-hand, as he had trained not to activate his boosted gear, but he was struggling to dodge the clones' attacks. Abel and Adriana were worried because their brother was fighting without his armor. Issei, this ends now. Dragon of the End. As Issei shouted that, a dragon emerged from the water and charged at the clones. Issei fell to the ground, exhausted. Issei, next time, I won't use so much power, but I've improved. Abel, brother, you're really crazy. Do you want to get hurt for real? Adriana, your training is reckless. Issei, well, now I need to increase the gravity. Adriana, Abel, wait. Issei couldn't hear what his siblings said and increased the gravity, causing Abel and Adriana to crash to the ground, unable to get back up. Abel and Adriana activated their balance breaker, but they could only manage to kneel. Abel, brother, stop increasing the gravity. Issei, sorry, I forgot you were still here. But anyway, you should leave, as I'm going to increase the gravity. Abel and Adriana moved away to sit a little further off. End of the chapter. Special chapter with 5,000 views. Kronos, I'm tired, should we go eat? Issei, seriously, are you that lazy? Stila, I don't know how Issei managed to live with you. Issei, so what do you want to eat? Kronos, anything because I'm starving. Issei cooked quickly and served everyone. Kronos, I'll never get tired of eating this food. Issei, well, I really need to train now. Kronos, seriously, you want to learn that technique, right? Issei, yes, plus I need to be in harmony to reach the final form of the balance breaker. Kronos, I remember you only managed to achieve that form twice. Issei, father, I have a question. Kronos, tell me, what do you want? Issei, what happened to your armor and your sword? I remember you don't use your original form. Kronos, my armor was destroyed, and so was my sword. Before you saw my children, we were in a fight with other titans to decide who would keep the world. I won, but it didn't matter afterward, as my children locked me in Tartarus with my companions. That's what happened to my armor and sword, Issei. Issei, you only told me that story once, but you never told me the whole thing. Well, father, I want you to train me too, but that will be later, as I need to talk to the advisors to increase Hell's defenses. I have a bad feeling. Stila, well, let's go. After a while, we see Issei talking with the advisors. Issei, it would be best to increase the defenses, as I have a bad feeling about this. Advisor 1, yes, I felt uneasy since this morning. Advisor 2, well, Issei, we're going to increase the defenses, but I see you're training. I want to teach you one of my techniques. Since I'm getting old, I can't perform the technique at 100%. It's about absorption. This technique allows you to absorb your enemy's energies, like magic. Issei, but are you sure? It seems like a powerful technique. Advisor 2, I'm sure. Besides, I see you fought a lot, and your energy runs out quickly. Issei, thanks, I appreciate it. A few hours passed, and Issei managed to perform the technique at 50%. Chapter end. Advisor 2, so soon? Can you already perform the technique at 50%? Issei, thanks, old man, but I have to go train. See you later. Issei left to train with a dragon, needing to practice in his dragon form. Issei, come on, old man, train me. Dragon, how many times do I have to tell you? Issei, if you train me, I'll cook you something delicious. Dragon, deal. First, you need to be calm and let your dragon blood flow. Then, you have to spread your dragon wings and fly fast like a dragon, not like a demon. Issei, thanks, old man. With that information, I can train peacefully. Well, see you later. I'll bring you food later. Issei followed a voice until he reached a cave. Upon entering, a shadow appeared near a portal. Come, Issei, said the voice. The shadow entered the portal, and Issei followed, finding himself in a place very familiar to him. I'm in Purgatory, but why this place? Asked Issei. Do you remember this place, Issei-kun? The spot where we met, where we fell in love, the voice replied. Yeah, you're insane. Everything I've been through because of you, just for falling in love with the wrong person, Issei shot back. Meanwhile, Angelica and the girls were worried about Issei's lack of response. Do you know where Issei is? He's not answering my calls. He's been gone too long, Angelica said. I remember Issei went to deliver food to a dragon, Emilia commented. Alicia added. I already contacted the dragon. He said Issei dropped off his food and then left. Just then Kronos burst in running. Where is Issei? He shouted. What the girls are saying is that he went to deliver food to a dragon, but he hasn't returned, Stila explained. Diminite, exclaimed Kronos. What's wrong, Kronos? Asked Alicia. Didn't you feel it? That girl is here, Kronos replied. No, tell me it's not true. If she's here, Issei is in danger, Alicia said. Who? Gabriel asked. We're talking about Sora, Issei's first love, Kronos answered. Who is Sora? Stila inquired. Sora is the woman who made Issei able to transform into a demon and learn about balance breakers. That person made Issei stop smiling forever, Alicia explained. Where is that woman? I felt her aura, Kronos said. I can sense Issei's presence, Alicia added. But he's in Purgatory. How did they get to Purgatory? Kronos asked. I don't know, but I'm going to open a portal to Purgatory. It'll take me at least 2.5 hours. In Purgatory. Don't escape, Issei said. Then stop me, Issei, Sora replied. Heaven's banishment. Issei shouted. Those techniques don't work on me, Issei. Don't you remember? Sora retorted. I do remember, but the first rule of training was to never let your guard down, right? Issei said. Do you? Sora couldn't finish her sentence. Yes, the technique was also combined with an infinite dragon, Issei added. You've always been very clever, Issei-kun, Sora responded. You will die by my hands, Sora, Issei declared. Are you still upset about that, Issei-kun? Sora asked. You're the reason I almost died from the dragon's fall, Issei said. But I see you've performed the ritual since I don't see that old spark in your eyes, Sora commented. Issei was unleashing a lot of power, causing Haruka to feel his energy and cracking the dimensions. That power belongs to Issei, but who is he fighting? Haruka wondered. She stood up and opened a portal to Purgatory. Issei was transforming into a primordial demon. He charged directly at Sora, who raised a shield. Issei's blow was blocked, but he kept attacking until the shield cracked. Sora dropped the shield and pulled out a sword from a pocket dimension, attacking Issei, who countered with a strike that caused a tremor. Sora lost her balance and took a direct hit but managed to dodge it and placed her hands on Issei's head. Trance, Sora said. Both fell to the ground, but they were in a dream where they continued to fight. Even in this dream, you keep escaping, Issei said. Listen, Issei, I have something to tell you, but please stop attacking me, Sora replied. For what? So you can betray me again? Issei asked. I had no choice, Issei. It was to protect you, Sora explained. Protect me from what? If during those years I could take down many beasts, dragons, and titans. From your love or your affection? Issei shouted. Listen to me, Issei, please. I want to explain what I was protecting you from, but if you want to kill me, I won't move, because what I did is unforgivable, Sora said, standing still. Issei raised his hand to strike her, but he realized he was bleeding. I'm listening, Sora, Issei said. I was protecting you from Hesiod, Issei. He wanted you dead. When I heard that, I told him I would kill you, but then I created a potion to undo the dragon's fall so you could still have your emotions. But I see that nothing worked since you performed the ritual. For a long time, I thought I had truly killed you, as there was no trace of you. But when I escaped from Purgatory and felt your aura, I was overjoyed. I thought we could finally fulfill that promise we made, but I see you're already with a girl and that you hate me. If you want to kill me, Issei, go ahead. I know what I did is unforgivable. I never thought the dragon's fall would happen so quickly. To die for love would be pathetic for you. But if I'm going to die for love, I want you to remember that I will always love you, Issei. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. I've already received my punishment. Goodbye, my love. As Sora was about to leave, Issei grabbed her, surprising her. I always thought you had abandoned me and that you never cared. But why didn't you tell me? I would have faced Hesiod just to protect you, Issei said. Sora began, but she couldn't finish her sentence. A seal on her chest activated, and she fell, screaming. Ah! Sora shouted. So, there you are, Sora. I want to know why that BSTRD isn't dead. My order now is to have you kill Issei, Hesiod declared. I will never do that. He is my love, and I will always protect him just as he did for me, Sora replied. Are you defying me? The punishment is death, Hesiod said. So, you wanted to kill me? Issei asked. It seems the kid has grown stronger, Hesiod responded. Sora, I need you to stay back. I'll handle this Titan, Issei said. Really? What can a demon do against a Titan? Hesiod mocked. Hesiod, you know Kronos, right? Issei asked. Kronos, if I'm not mistaken, is the Titan who was imprisoned by his children and the most powerful Titan of all, Hesiod replied. Kronos is my father, and I am a Titan because he turned me into one, Issei declared. That must be a lie. Kronos was always an evil Titan, Hesiod said. I don't care whether you believe me or not, but you just dug your own grave, Issei said, increasing his aura. Hesiod felt the power of a true Titan and amplified his strength in response. Issei grew to Titan size. Both Titans let out a battle cry and clashed. Hesiod struck Issei in the belly, while Issei landed a punch to Hesiod's face. The ground shook, and Sora moved away to avoid injury, worried for her former love, feeling helpless. Issei continued to attack, but Hesiod stepped back and grabbed a large rock, throwing it at Issei. Issei hit the rock with force, shattering it. Hesiod seized the moment and struck Issei in the abdomen, then kneed him. 100 divine cuts. Issei shouted, creating a sword of darkness and swiftly slashing the Titan's chest. Hesiod fell to the ground, coughing up blood, his body covered in numerous cuts at vital points. Final chapter. After classes, Issei headed to a park where his girlfriends were waiting for him. Now come out and tell me what you have to say, Issei said. Issei, I hope you're ready, Haruka said. Just tell me already, Issei replied. Haruka, should I tell him or will you? Sora asked. You say it, sir, Haruka responded. Well, Issei, Haruka and I are PR'd, Sora announced. When Issei heard this, he collapsed to the ground, fainting. You were right, Haruka. Issei fainted from that joke, Sora said. Issei is always so sweet, but that prank was definitely worth it, Haruka commented. A few minutes later, Issei woke up and shouted. Haruka, Sora, is it true that you're PR'd? It was just a joke, but I wonder why we're not actually PR'd if you filled us up, Haruka replied. Enough already, girls. I don't want to remember that, but anyway, what did you have to tell me? Issei asked. My father is going to attack during a meeting, Haruka said. What meeting? Issei asked. We don't know yet, but it will be a meeting of the factions, Sora replied. Thanks, girls, for the information, Issei said. As Issei was about to leave, Haruka grabbed him. Is something wrong, Haruka-chan? Issei asked. Nothing comes for free, Issei. I want something in return, Haruka replied with a mischievous look. What is it? Issei asked. You have to spend another night with us, Haruka said. I'm late, I have to go. See you later, girls, Issei said, running as fast as he could. Issei is such a calm person, but what will happen if your father finds out about this? Sora asked. I'll have to fight or else he'll kill me. I know him well and what he's capable of. But for now, I just need to find out what my father wants from that meeting, Haruka replied. The girls were talking, but they didn't realize a shadow was watching them. "I'll have to report this to my lord," the shadow murmured, disappearing from the scene. Issei walked through a park, the same one where he met the Gremry and Sitri heirs. "I'm so tired, I'm heading home," Issei said. Just as he was about to leave, he received a call from Angelica. "Issei, come to the academy. We're going to a meeting with the Yukai," Angelica said. Issei ran to the academy, where his fiancés and parents were gathered. "You're late, Issei," Kronos said. "It's fine, let's go to the meeting," Issei replied. He stood next to Kronos and whispered something. "Father, we need to be careful, as danger will be at the meeting. We must stay alert," Issei said. "Understood, Issei," Kronos replied. The story continued as in the original version, with the only difference being that Abel was on the train. Now we find ourselves at a meeting. "So, who was the guy that kidnapped Kunu's mother?" Abel asked. "I only know it was a shadow, but its hand was like a skull," a man replied. "It could be the god of death," Issei said. Just as someone was about to speak, the wall was destroyed, revealing some warriors. "Well, look who we have here," one warrior said. "Abel, protect Kunu." "I'll take care of him," Issei said. "Let me fight too." "I've trained a lot, and now you'll see my power," Abel replied. Abel activated his balance breaker and charged at the warrior. The warrior watched him closely and merely raised his hand, but Abel kicked him in the face, sending him flying. Abel unleashed a dragon shot to break his armor, but it only made him angrier. "Wow, you're pretty good, but you're still lacking," the warrior said. The warrior struck Abel, cracking his armor. "Brother, save him," Adriana shouted. "Have some faith in him, and don't call me brother," Issei replied. "Drake, boost my power," Abel said. "All right, partner," Drake responded. Drake amplified Abel's power, and he charged at the warrior. The warrior drew his sword and slashed Abel across the chest. "Why can't I lift my body?" Abel asked. "It's called paralysis. It's a technique that makes the enemy lose control of their movements," explained the warrior. "I guess I lost again," said Abel. "Are you going to give up that easily? You'd just be conceding defeat. Keep fighting, come on, get up. Life never promised it would be easy, only that it would be worth it. Now, protect those you love the most," encouraged Issei. "Drake, boost all my power," said Abel. "Here we go, partner," responded Drake. Abel and Drake shouted in unison and charged at the warrior. They collided fists, creating a powerful explosion. Abel unleashed a dragon shot that struck the warrior, shattering his armor and leaving him defeated on the ground. "Well, Abel, you've gained considerable power. Keep training to surpass your limits." "Who's next?" asked Issei. As he said this, a large fox appeared. "Dagana, I'm opening my big mouth," said Issei. "Mom?" asked Kunu. "She's your mother," replied Issei. "Yes, she is my mother, but why is she in her first form?" asked Kunu. "She's being controlled." "Well, this fight isn't mine," said Issei. "It's mine," said Kronos. "Everyone run for your lives," shouted Issei. "What are you talking about?" asked Angelica. "He's going to use his first form, his Titan form," explained Issei. Kronos' body began to grow, leaving everyone in awe as they witnessed his true form. "It's been a long time since I transformed into my original form," said Kronos, striking the fox. The fox caught Kronos' fist with one of its tails, but Kronos retaliated, forcing the fox to release its grip. Kronos continued to attack, and the fox struggled to defend itself. With its 9 tails, the fox struck Kronos, but he dodged the attack and landed a powerful blow to the fox's face, knocking it unconscious. Screamed Kunu. That was the only cry from the little girl, but Kronos, with one hand, grabbed the transformed woman. "Issei, what's the next step?" A large portal opened in the sky, and the god of death emerged. "Death, but look who I have here, none other than Issei Phoenix. How are you, Issei?" "Issei, what do you want, Death?" "Death, I just came to bring you some gifts." "Issei, anything you're giving me must be a trap." "Death, I think you'll like this gift. Bring in the soldiers." The soldiers brought in 2 women who were injured and severely wounded. "Issei, Haruka, Sora." The soldiers released the 2 women, And Issei flew toward them, grabbing Haruka and Sora. Death. Ha! You never thought one of my soldiers would see them, did you? How pathetic. Stila. Haruka. Kronos, you monster. Death. Haha, I never thought I'd see the great Kronos angry again. Issei. Haruka, hang in there. You'll be okay. You too, Sora, are you all right? Abel. You fiend. Abel flew straight at the god of death, but he simply raised his hand, sending Abel crashing to the ground. Adriana. Brother. Rias, you're a monster. Death, coming from the woman who destroyed the life of a poor child. But tell me, Rias, what did it feel like to be almost in the depths of despair? Or you, Abel and Adriana, how did it feel to watch your loved ones suffer over and over again? If I'm not mistaken, that was your punishment, to be nearly in the same torment as Issei. And tell me, Sona, how was it to be under the pressure of the great cold? Haha. Issei, you fiend, I swear I'll end you. Death. But tell me, Issei, why do you keep fighting? Your son died because of Kokabiel, and the people around you only suffer, just like your dear Emilia, who lost her child just to protect you. Issei, but Emilia told me everything was fine. Death, she lied to you, Issei. She didn't want you to worry about her. Emilia, Issei, don't listen to him. Death, even Stila died just to protect you. Issei, shut up. Death, haha, I've never seen you so angry. Issei flew directly at Death while wearing his zero armor, but Death easily dodged and then delivered a powerful blow to Issei's chest, sending him crashing to the ground with his armor cracked. Death, why can't you see? If you had died, none of this would have happened. The god of death placed Issei in an illusion. Issei, where am I? Issei walked for a while, but then a light blinded him. Issei, what the? Issei saw his past, where he was mistreated and how Drake told him he was too weak. Then he saw himself in Purgatory, where he watched his mother die because he was weak and couldn't protect her. After that he found himself in darkness, where he heard a voice. Voice, kill them all, take my power, destroy, kill, take my power. Issei, who are you? Voice, I'm just a dangerous presence. Kill, kill, kill. Issei, shut up. Voice, release all that anger you have, unleash your true form, free your demons, finish them all, destroy the people who humiliated you, destroy, conquer the world. Issei, why is this filled with so much hatred? Voice, just destroy. Issei was slowly being consumed by hatred, his eyes turning blood red. Outside Issei's mind. Angelica, Issei, are you okay? Gabriel, I don't feel Issei-kun's aura. Abel, brother, are you alright? Issei, haha. Abel touched Issei's shoulder but fell to the ground with a loud scream. Issei, don't touch me. Adriana, brother, are you okay? Abel, my arm. Issei had severed Abel's arm. Adriana, why are you acting like this, Issei? Issei, because you won't be quiet. Death, but why the sudden change in attitude? Issei, moving with great speed, stood in front of the god of death. Death, but how? Issei, what's wrong, Death? Are you scared? Death, that way of speaking can't be. Issei landed a powerful blow on the god of death. General, come on, Amisama, it's fine. Death, get away from here, we're facing a great danger. Selena, Angelica, why do I feel the energy of the demon lord? Angelica, it's Issei-kun's energy. Gabriel, Selena, we're in trouble. Xerxes, why are we in trouble? Selena, we're up against the great demon lord, the creator of hell, the mighty Devil Sama. Azazel, this has to be a joke, right? Everyone watched as Issei began to transform, horns sprouting from his head, muscles bulging, hair growing all over his body, teeth sharpening, wings emerging, and hands turning into claws. Issei, what's wrong, brother? Didn't you want to see all the power of my reincarnation? With all this hatred, I will destroy the world. Haha. Death, demon it, I had to make the boy lose control and unleash the mightiest of my brothers. With incredible speed, Issei delivered a powerful punch followed by a kick, but Death drew his scythe and moved it at Issei's body. However, Issei dodged it effortlessly and grabbed the scythe, throwing it aside. Death managed to land a strong blow that sent Issei flying, but he quickly got back up and charged at Death. Death opened a portal, but Issei caught up with him, and they both entered the portal together, first arriving in Purgatory. There, they exchanged heavy blows, but Issei landed a kick on Death. Death retaliated with a powerful strike to Issei, then vanished and reappeared behind him, kneeing him and hitting him in the face. But Issei stood up and kicked back, sending Death crashing into some rocks. Issei opened a portal, ran, and jumped through it. They both found themselves in the depths of hell, where many demons recognized the power of the first ruler of hell. Issei threw a sword at Death, embedding it near his heart. Death pulled the sword out and hurled it back at Issei, but he dodged it with ease. Issei, come on brother, is that all you've got? Death, how can he be so powerful? Issei, didn't you want to see your brother again? Then come on. Death removed the sword from Issei and unleashed his power. Part of his body turned to bone, and with his blood-red eyes, he said, Death, come on brother. Show me your power, let's go. Issei let out a tremendous roar, drew his swords, and charged directly at Death. Death, wielding his scythe, lunged at him. In the depths of hell, a fierce battle erupted. The demons rejoiced because their great lord had returned. Issei and Death amplified their powers until the ground began to crack. Death struck Issei in the face, then kicked him in the stomach and attempted to decapitate him with his scythe, but only managed to inflict a wound on his chest. Issei, with his sword, stabbed Death in the shoulder and then drove it into his stomach. Issei jumped back and, using magic, unleashed a fire attack that Death barely managed to dodge. He lunged at her again, but Death created a portal, and they both fell onto Mount Olympus, where Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon were present. The three brothers felt the immense power being unleashed. Issei launched a sphere of black fire, which Death dodged, but when it hit the ground, it caused a massive explosion. The Greek gods realized who he was and felt fear in the presence of a legend, a warrior feared in battle. Issei and Death continued to wreak havoc on Mount Olympus. Is that all you've got? It's pathetic to see one of my brothers still so weak, Issei taunted. Shut up, I'm very powerful. I was able to destroy God and Lucifer. You are nothing, Death retorted. Then prove it. Death transformed into a skeleton, with eyes burning like blood. Meanwhile, Gabriel watched with concern. Issei's power is spiraling out of control. If this keeps up, he might destroy a large part of the world. And the power of the god of death continues to grow, Selena added. If this continues, the only way to stop them will be to confine them in a small space, Kronos said. We need to help Issei. I can feel his presence becoming darker, Emilia said. The only way would be for Gabriel to do it again, but I don't think it will be easy, Angelica added. Back at Issei's house, some eggs were glowing and began to crack open, releasing a brilliant light. Two phoenixes emerged, accompanied by a girl in a red dress. It seems the Lord of the Underworld has awakened once again. It will be fun to see his face, the girl laughed. Issei does it. Come on, brother, let me show you why I was able to kill God. Issei punched Death in the stomach and took to the skies, launching fire stakes. Death dodged some, but others pierced his shoulders and legs. With incredible speed, Death healed and sliced through the air with his scythe, creating a gust that injured Issei. Then he kicked Issei in the face and another in the stomach, sending him into a portal that he had created. They both fell into the sky, known as Paradise, where the true archangels resided. They sensed the power of the god of death and that of God's brother. Look at you, pathetic as always. You wasted too much power on those attacks. You no longer have much strength, Death taunted. With his scythe, he inflicted a deep cut on Issei's chest and launched a water attack, followed by a lightning strike to immobilize him. Death raised his scythe and said, "Say your last words." "Exchange," Issei replied. Issei's wounds healed, but they appeared on Death's body. "You'll be a demed fool," Death exclaimed. I'm healed, but I have no more magic left. I'll have to fight with just my sword, Issei said, raising his swords and charging at Death. She slashed him across the chest, but he received a blow to the abdomen and a kick to the face. Issei was out of strength and magic. You are a person who must be eliminated, Death said, delivering a move to Issei's neck, causing him to bleed. Elsewhere, Alicia sensed Issei's absence. I no longer feel Issei-kun's presence, she said. Issei-kun is dead, Emilia replied, stammering. No, that's not true. Issei isn't dead, Angelica insisted. Issei must keep fighting, he must be in Purgatory, Gabriel said. Issei is dead. His presence vanished suddenly, which means Death has won, Selena said, tears streaming down her face. My son, no. You will pay for this, Death. Stila shouted. Demon you will pay. Kronos exclaimed. What do we do now? Issei was the only one who could defeat him, and he died protecting us, Xerxes said. End of chapter. Death lunged at Gabriel, but he maintained a serious expression. Raising his hand, numerous spears of light appeared behind him. Gabriel hurled them at Death, but she easily dodged. Death charged directly at Gabriel, but Miguel launched a light attack that halted her advance. Death, I better end this. If that boy doesn't die, he will cause me a lot of trouble. Death plunged her scythe into the ground, from which a tornado of darkness emerged, injuring Miguel and Gabriel. Then she created a portal from which 4 generals emerged. The 4 charged at Miguel and Gabriel, but Raphael, Uriel, and Siltiel appeared to confront them. In the midst of the battle, Death injured Issei and took a sword he had, preparing to plunge it into his heart. However, she was pushed back. Girl, I can't let you kill the Lord of Hell, Death. Holy Death, you, how are you still alive? Girl, I just came to annoy Diablo-sama, but it seems he's on the brink of death. Death's mind, I better escape. I don't have the strength to fight her. Apparently, she awakened due to my brother's power. I'll have to become stronger. If she's alive, she can ruin all my plans. Outside the mind. Girl, come quickly, I'm still waiting for your first strike. Death launched a gray sphere that, upon touching the ground, formed a gray cloud and fled with her generals. Girl, looks like she got away. Gabriel, who are you? Girl, that doesn't matter right now. We better take the boy where he belongs. I never thought you could reach the original heaven. Gabriel, we're going to have problems. That boy is a demon, but he's capable of fighting against death. Girl, that boy is not just a demon, he's also the reincarnation of God. If he dies, you'll have to wait a long time for someone like your father to appear. The girl carried Issei as if he were weightless and then teleported to where the factions were. All the factions were shocked to see a girl with Issei's body. Girl, I think this belongs to you. Xerxes, who are you? Girl, that doesn't matter. I was able to heal him a bit, his body is exhausted. You'd better heal him quickly. The original archangels appeared beside her. Gabriel, you're quite fast for a girl. Gabriel, who are you all? Gabriel 1. Well, my name is Gabriel, original archangel. Miguel 1. I am Miguel, also an original archangel. Gabriel 2, an original archangel. Gabriel 1. I just came to see how the boy was doing. He appeared in heaven suddenly, and we had trouble with death to protect him, but in the end, that girl saved him. Angelica, thank you for protecting my fiancé. Girl, it was nothing, but I never thought the great lord of the underworld would be in this boy. Kronos, wait a moment, are you? Xerxes, who is Kronos? Holy Kronos, it can't be, she is God's assistant. God created her to stop the devil. If something goes wrong, she is better known as the first phoenix that ever existed. Angelica, she is the matriarch of the phoenixes. Girl, well, I should introduce myself properly. My name is Yuki, the first phoenix in history. Yuki, well guys, you better let this boy rest. His body has endured a lot of demonic power. Azazel, okay, this just got weird. We've met the original archangels and the first phoenix in history. What's next? Girl, what's next is that you put this boy in a bed before his body collapses again. Azazel, okay, but don't shout at me. Days passed, and Issei still hadn't woken up. Angelica, why isn't Issei waking up? Selena, he's probably still resting from the fight. Gabriel too, I just hope he recovers quickly. Emilia, I just hope Issei is okay. Yuki, how strange, it should be time for him to wake up. Alicia, what do you mean? Yuki, Gabriel, can you enter his dreams? Gabriel too, I'm on it. Gabriel tried again and again, but he couldn't. Gabriel too, I can't enter his dreams. Yuki, we have a problem. Selena, what problem? Yuki, his body and soul are separated. That might be why his vital signs have dropped. Angelica, can we do something? Yuki, you'd better leave the room and lock the door, because his soul might leave this place. Warn everyone else and don't come in for any reason, or he will disappear. The girls left and locked the door. Yuki, it wasn't necessary to lock it, but I don't want anyone interrupting this. Even though his soul is in another place, I can access this boy. The previous devil was cruel and didn't want to have me as a wife, but now I can do whatever I want with him. It will be more fun when he's aware of this. Yuki kissed Issei, and his soul left his body to find her. They both had a connection and met at a black lake. End of the story. Issei, where am I? Why am I alone and cold? Am I dead, or am I in total emptiness? Voice, you're not in the void, you're in your negative emotions. Issei, who are you and where am I? Voice, I am the one who granted you demonic power to conquer death and who took control of your body for a brief moment. Now tell me what lies deep within your heart. Issei, I don't know. The only thing I remember is being with Sora and Haruka. You must be Diablo-sama, right? Diablo, yes, that's me. God, tell me, Issei, why do you continue to fight when there's no salvation with a god like our brother? I know you're trying to protect your loved ones, but what is that reason? You've endured so much after all. Issei, I just want to sleep and never wake up again. I want to be free of pain and emotion. Yuki, are you sure about that, Hyoudou Issei? Issei, I haven't heard that surname since I was a child. Yuki, I don't understand why you don't want to leave this place. God, what are you doing here, Yuki? Yuki, I came to take my future husband with me. Say, what? Yuki, that's right, Hyoudou Issei. From this day forward, you are my fiancé, and you have to leave this place. Say, Yuki, if you don't, I'll have to beat you until my fists get tired. Issei, why should I leave? After all, I'm dead. Yuki, I've had enough of. Yuki delivered a hard blow to Issei's head. He got up and attempted to attack her, but she sent him flying. Issei landed in the lake. As Issei charged at Yuki, she dodged his attack and delivered a powerful kick to his face, sending him crashing into a tree. Yuki, like it or not, you're going to leave this place. You have people who care about you, and you just want to give up after they fell in love with you. God, Yuki, why do you want Issei to leave? Yuki, what's it to you? It's just my whim, nothing more. Issei, why do I have to leave? Yuki, because if you don't, the god of death will actually kill you this time, and he'll harm your fiancés and friends. Is that what you want? Issei, no, but why? I've fought for so long and I'm tired. Yuki, and what about the promise you made to your fiancés? What will you do when they find out that the person they love doesn't want to be by their side, that he only used them? Issei, I don't know. Yuki, you're just like other men who use women and then discard them. Issei, that's not true, I would never do something like that. Yuki, then prove you're not like that by going outside to fight against a god. Issei, where's the exit? God, you can't leave. This place has no exit, or else my brother and I would have gotten out. Issei, I have an idea. Issei placed his arms in the lake, but nothing happened. Yuki, let me handle this, I have more experience escaping sealed places. Yuki touched some trees and noticed small lights emanating from one of them. She began searching for something. Issei, what are you looking for? Yuki, this place is a prison for those who wield sacred power. We need to break part of it with all our demonic power to escape, but we have to hurry, as it's slowly absorbing our strength. Issei, okay, Diablo-sama, help me. The two unleashed a massive aura of demonic power, but the barrier wouldn't break. Issei summoned more demonic power, and the barrier cracked. Diablo also unleashed more demonic energy, and slowly the barrier began to shatter. Yuki delivered a powerful blow, and the barrier broke apart. They were expelled from the prison, and several lights emerged from Issei's body. One of those lights entered Yuki, another entered Issei, and the rest dispersed. Issei, my back hurts. I never thought I'd feel this pain again. Yuki, well, Issei, let's get out of here. Issei opened the door, and his fiancées were waiting for him. Emilia, Issei-san. Angelica, I was so worried about you, Issei. Issei, yes, but now it's time to fight. A few minutes passed as the people who cared for Issei embraced him tightly. Meanwhile, the god of death stood before a large door. Soldier, Vesu, are you sure about this? Death, yes. Death opened an iron door as a purple energy flowed into his body. The god of death amplified his power and moved on. Hours passed, and Death found himself in front of a vast lake. He placed his hand over the water, and a seal appeared in the center. Death channeled his power, and the seal broke, releasing a massive dragon. Death, great dragon of chaos, it's time for you to take your throne and kill the one who can defeat you. The dragon merely stared at the god of death for a moment, then spread its wings and flew off to battle. With Issei, we need the help of a great dragon. Ciro, you're talking about the Trihexa, right? Xerxes, the Trihexa. Issei, yes, we need its help because the god of death has surely broken the seal of the chaos dragon, and that will be a huge problem. Azazel, are you sure, Issei? What if the Trihexa doesn't want to help? Issei, it will help us. The Chaos Dragon is the natural enemy of the Trihexa because it knows who the Alpha is, and that's something we can use to our advantage. Minutes passed as Issei freed the Trihexa. He requested its assistance and explained that the Chaos Dragon had been released. The Trihexa also joined the battle. The original archangels were taken aback when God emerged from a room, just as the original demons were. All factions prepared for battle against a single opponent, Death. Hours passed, and all factions converged at the same point. They saw a massive army led by the Chaos Brigade and the God of Death. All factions attacked and noticed a great dragon approaching them. The Trihexa let out a tremendous roar and charged at the Chaos Dragon. Issei activated his armor and went after Death. Yuki was busy taking down some of the God of Death's demons. Kronos transformed into a titan and rushed to assist the Trihexa. Issei and the god of death clashed, with Death gaining the upper hand. But Issei activated his other armor and went all out against Death. Death was merely toying with Issei, but he landed a solid punch to Death's face and then shot forward to deliver a powerful knee strike to his stomach. However, Death grabbed Issei and slammed him to the ground, driving his scythe into Issei's shoulder. Issei retaliated with a kick to Death's chest, pushing him back several meters. Death unleashed all his power. Issei shouted loudly as his armor transformed. It's time to unleash this phase in battle. This is the second time I'm using this phase, so I'll fight with everything I've got. He charged at Death with incredible speed, landing a powerful punch to the face, followed by a blow to the stomach and another to the chest. Death caught him and slammed him to the ground. Without wasting a moment, Death kicked him, sending him flying back about 2 meters. Then, Death leaped high into the air, drew his scythe, and drove it into Issei's shoulder. Grimacing in pain, Issei pulled out a sword and plunged it into the chest of the god of death, who fell to the ground, coughing up blood. In a swift motion, Issei hurled him away. Death was barely getting back on his feet when Issei said something that truly filled him with fear. You will never do evil again. That's why I'm sending you to the void. Issei declared. If I go, you're coming with me, Death retorted. I'd like to see you try. Issei opened the portal to the void and launched himself at the god of death, unleashing all his power. The two clashed fists, creating a massive burst of energy. They exchanged numerous blows until Death landed a kick and a knee strike. Issei managed to block some of the hits, but Death caught him and jumped into the portal to the void with him. However, his brother freed Issei just as he was leaping with the god of death. I hope you can forgive me one day, brother. I'll never let anything bad happen to you again. Goodbye, Issei, Abel said. Abel and the god entered the portal together, which closed with a resounding thud. Hours passed, and the factions won the battle. Although they suffered many losses, they ultimately triumphed. Abel's name was etched into a large stone alongside the names of the warriors who fell in battle. Years went by, and small children could be seen playing with Issei, while other kids were with Issei's wives. In the end, I fulfilled my promise and married the women I love most in my life, Issei reflected. He was with his family as they posed for a photo. The end.